that secretly wrote some horrible. Did you see all the stuff with the coronavirus? They're saying it's coming from like what is it, a pandaloin or whatever, pangoloin, that little armadillo.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think that's a lie, but anyway, I think
Did you see the thing with like 5 more cases of coronavirus found in fucking France?
it's spreading.
There's some cases in America too.
I think you're getting a little bit of echo feedback. Someone's got a heavy echo.
I think it's Josuke.
Josuke. I'm gonna post out some links. We'll get going. We'll start talking about some stuff. Start talking about all the shit that's been going on. I'm ready for this war.
Well, what are we doing? Are we discussing the new chapter?
I think we're just gonna discuss like recent chapters and then going forward. I got some questions I want to ask everybody.
You still hear that echo?
No, it's good now.
Yeah.
I don't hear it.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, Broku said he'll be here in a little bit. I'm just gonna post up on Twitter. If you guys want to send out anything or retweet, do whatever you do. Josuke, did you get new subs? I put you out on my channel. I'm hoping so you got a good chunk more.
That's probably what I'm came from, bro. Cause
Good.
This morning I woke up to like 6 emails of just new subscribers.
This is good.
It was amazing.
Good, man. We gotta spread the community.
The other day, before that live, I had 148, and right now I'm sitting at like 156.
You about to sit at 157 in a second, bro.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Oh, we're gonna have a legion.
I mean, I wish I still had my old channel, but
It's gotta, we just gotta build them back up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get it back up.
You gotta build them back up. Just don't be like Sammy. Don't be like Sammy.
What did Sammy do?
Motherfucker got copyright strikes because he's like showing full chapters in like his reviews.
Oh.
Damn, Sam! I've been saying forever. Don't do that. Does it anyway. He's got a new one though, so he's good. What's up? What's up, Quan? How it be?
Nothing much going on, y'all.
All right. I got just getting stuff going. What's up, everybody in the chat? How's everyone doing today? We're going to talk about, obviously, recent events, upcoming events, just what we're all looking forward to. Oh, I've been started for like 5 minutes, Amy.
Oh, jeez.
I should have asked you some, like...
Then what the fuck?
I'll post it in there.
Shit, I did not know that.
I should have asked some, like, very suspicious questions to Sammy, like, where's your storage unit at? Figured out where it is. Come after you. How's Renfimus? I'll be. I believe in you. Yeah, we got. Go ahead.
Did you see like the new character design for that new My Hero character?
Which one?
The bunny girl.
Oh, she's been there for a little bit. Did she get something different?
I mean, people are going off on her lately.
Oh, that's good. Did you see those spoilers for the next one?
Oh, you talking about the manga, the bunny one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's because she's popping off in the next chapter. Gonna be seeing that.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Spoilers, Rax.
Listen, I didn't say specifics. I just said she's in it. I just said she's in it. This is like, hey, next Black Clover chapter is gonna have Yuno in it. It's like, okay. This doesn't spoil anything.
That's a spoiler.
That doesn't spoil anything. What does that spoil? What is that?
He's barely in the manga.
You know? What do you mean? Yuno's a main cast member. He's one of the core 3 of the series.
He's the second main character for real.
He's the rival. I don't know who it was.
Is the second main character?
We don't have the.
Leo.
I'd say the second main character is secretly Yami. I mean, feels like it sometimes.
Yami's gonna have some issues lately.
Oh, Yami's gonna get fucked up.
He's fine.
He's gonna get.
Absolutely.
Man,
fine.
I will stand the hell out of Yami, but Dante, man, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just getting a lot
Dante
of.
better know what he doing. Somebody brought up the fact that this might be. Oh, go ahead, Quan, my bad.
No, I was saying he's gonna be in the same room as William. They're gonna be captured together.
Absolutely not.
Maybe they'll become buddies in like a prison cell.
I don't know where they
Still
got
buddies.
this from, but somebody mentioned that Dante might be the one guy with the gravity magic. This might be the guy
Could be.
with the gravity magic.
It's
Because he
either
floated and
it's either gravity or he's got like the straight flight, like by manipulating mono that like Licht had. So otherwise, because we could just assume at that point he's on Licht's level, which is if not more. It could be gravity though. I know Tabata's got gravity magic on the mind after Hungry Joker. It could be. We could be getting like little black holes and crazy shit coming up. I believe in him.
Oh yeah, a lot
oh God, Sosa gonna go crazy with that skeleton.
Oh my God. I'll just bring up Gildart's withstood a black hole and shut him up. None of that crazy Dorothy. None of that universal Dorothy bullshit. Oh my God.
That universal.
Man,
is
Universal
amazing.
because she has multiple universes in her universe that she made.
It's so sick.
Dorothy is the strongest character in the series. What you mean?
Calm down.
I don't know, man.
No,
She has to
that's
get
kinda
you in
true.
Glamour World for it to be
Man.
a threat.
Down.
That conversation
Look,
got me
Joe-
so
look, Joe-
heated
look,
when
Joe
they're.
will- Look, Joe will smack Dorothy even if he goes in the glamour world.
Who does?
Ladros.
Oh, Ladros.
Diamond Kingdom?
Ladro?
Oh, Ladros.
Dorothy? I don't know about that.
Mm.
Absolutely.
I don't
What
know
can
about
she-
that one.
what
Well,
can she-
logically,
what can she do?
everything in her world is made of magic, so he could probably just keep
Yeah,
absorbing
exactly. That's what I'm saying. She
logical.
literally can't do nothing to him.
Like,
What would he do about the whole passive sleep thing? That's the only thing that she would
That's
have.
the only
is
thing she would
passive
have
sleep.
against him is the sleep, and he's gonna kill her way before he falls asleep.
it. But that's a magic influence, so wouldn't he be able to absorb that? Because it's magically induced.
Oh, see, that might. I don't know. I don't know how that would work. That's
You know,
interesting.
like
What if he absorbs it all and just
like, does
passes
he
out?
absorb, like those passive effects?
What did you say, Quan?
Hmm.
That is I was like, that is a good question. Can he absorb stuff that like Asuka's third sword can like negate, like those passive magic effects? Like, can he absorb those?
I think so, because
Somebody poisons him.
otherwise, if he absorbed Salamander, because he didn't get burnt by it.
True.
so
He
is
should
he
be.
like absorbing the space itself? Because like,
I don't know.
if he's in the space world, is he just like sucking in the entire space itself? Like, I don't.
Was he shown dead when Xeno raided?
No, he was not.
I know it was
Ladros and
Mars,
were not shown.
Mars, and then I couldn't remember Lazarus, and then the guy in the middle, for the Shining Generals, that guy too, were not shown dead. So
I saw
we got
a
him in there.
picture of the Shining Generals, and then there's like that one in the middle that seems like very mysterious.
Oh, it's gotta be.
I wonder-
It's gotta be.
He better be pretty powerful. They got all that hype with the Shining Generals, and they all fought her. Like,
Mate, Diamond Kingdom, fuck.
Listen, Mars is still good. Don't be discrediting my boy Mars. He's gonna be coming back. His diamond magic is gonna be
Listen, to
even
honest,
more
you
OP.
remember a couple chapters ago we saw like the Diamond Kingdom like has been majorly taken over. That part that hasn't is probably led by Mars.
That's what I'm thinking. Mars, Ladros, the other guy. I'm wondering if they took what's a guy named Morris, the scientist guy that was doing all the experiments for the diamond, whether or not they got him on lock.
Dude, that guy probably joined Spade. It's
He-
his dream to test on people.
Probably he's a
Oh,
fucked
hell
up
yeah.
guy. Make me sad.
I
More
like the-
more
Okay,
sad
so-
kids.
It's hard at first when I heard it.
People are bringing up that I have had this theory, and somebody made a good panel statement showing it on my DM me that the mark on Haje's apple is the same one as Dante, and that's gravity power. So it might be getting that gravity.
It actually is.
I think I mentioned that when I first saw it. I was trying to figure out the first two, but I'm hoping Vanika's got something sick, some like fucked up eye. I need it. I require it. I'm gonna figure out more of these too.
That's the Hungry Joker character.
Yeah,
He's
that's
lost. He's
the
left
main
Bleach
character.
voice channel while you're all in.
Is he? Is he here? I wanted to wait for him because I wanted to ask all you
He's
guys.
lost. He's lost.
What?
We're in
Totally.
collab chat.
Click on the link in the Twitter.
He's already in the Discord. I'm trying to figure out.
I tagged him. Hopefully he gets the notification.
Is he like trying to figure out which Discord it is?
Maybe.
Bro, coup. I should change I guess I don't have a single
Wait,
picture of this one.
talking about gravity magic, like a lot of people are thinking Dante's got gravity magic after he was floating.
Yeah.
A lot of people were discussing it, but like Licht has sword magic, and when they were first met with Asta and Yuno, and Yuno stated that Licht wasn't using magic, but he was able to float because his magic was so dense.
Yeah. Mention this.
So a lot of people are saying that's what Dante's doing.
Yeah, we mentioned
His
this.
magic is so dense, he's able to float.
Just passive.
It was because of
flight.
the natural mana. It was because of the relationship Lich had with the natural mana. It was like that he was overwhelmed with just natural mana, so he was able to
Yeah,
float.
and another person that was seen to do the exact same thing was Gaja. He was able to like go like literally just teleport, kind of in a way. The same way
Oh,
Licht did
Broku, you
to Asta
found
and Yuno.
it.
See, my thing is like they made an emphasis on his feet being levitated, so there has to be a connection to his magic if they made that type of emphasis on it.
Who do you think
Yeah.
he was? Who do you think he was talking to? That big old weird crystal wall.
I don't think he was talking. I think he was monologuing to himself.
I think he was
Yeah.
talking to
yeah,
someone.
What was
The,
that?
the,
crystal?
the speech bubbles were black. That means they're thinking it, doesn't it?
What? No, it's if it's thinking, it's like little bubbles with like the little. It's like it looks like a little cloud. Just talking normally, because that goes
What
with
that
That's what I'm saying. Because yeah, we're talking about Dante, and because that was what I was gonna wait for Broken show because I wanted to get all you guys with this question.
Yo.
Is what do you think they need all these arcane stage wizards for? Like, what do you think their aim is?
I have no idea, bro. Because I
feel
was
like-
No idea.
Because
going with the
like my thing is I feel like they're just the people that are most threatening to the demons. Like
See-
that's my first impression from it.
Yeah.
I was thinking that
guess-
I put out a theory earlier, but I don't know if anyone's watched it yet. But because I was saying if it was just the arcane stage people that are dangerous,
I
like
watched
they
it.
figured they'd kill them. But I'm wondering, do you think they're gathering people to make host bodies for other devils?
Ooh.
Mm. And like maybe that crystal wall, he's like
Imagine
talking to
Johnny
other
with the
devils.
devil. Oh god.
Bruh,
My
devil,
another
yeah.
thing, like I feel like the curses, you know how they curse Lord Pachika and Noel's
Yeah.
mother? I
Yeah.
feel like that's very huge. Whatever
we're gonna find more.
Yukilo's planning as well.
And poor Henry.
yeah.
You guys think we're gonna get more Noel's mother backstory this arc?
I mean, probably eventually. She's supposed to be super OP.
Stronger than
I
early.
think
Yeah.
I think Tabata already like put that in stone that we're gonna get more of her backstory when he brought Dorothy in at the time.
They wouldn't have brought her up at the beginning.
Yeah, he brought it up so early in the arc that I think it's like it's something that definitely gonna happen.
Now I'm just hoping that Dorothy just constantly summons people to her world to show flashbacks. Please, I need this. She's just a movie theater.
Yo, actually, you know that guy Ralph who can show people's memories?
Yeah, he can
What
do
if
it.
he does it to Asta?
Well, how does he? Would he
He
know
can't.
Asta? He's gonna show Yuna's backstory.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
No, I mean like eventually if they like meet up.
it's gonna show him and like, listen,
Check
gotta
this
understand.
Oh, I want to see the vice captain this arc though.
We'll get him one day.
So,
Where do you think they've been? Like just on a spy
Yeah,
mission or
Black Clover.
something?
Probably, I don't know.
Just like
I would
out
love to
wandering
see the
around.
vice
Could be
captain.
doing something important in the Spade. Yeah, because we haven't even seen like the Black Wolf Vice Captain or what anybody else has really been doing in this 6 months.
And I think the Black
Yeah.
Bulls have more members too. I don't think we're just missing a vice captain.
The vice captain is at least one person we don't know because the silhouette forever has just had that one
Yeah.
person left
Yeah.
left unknown.
So it's kind of weird with the whole how many members in the squad, because Tabata said it's at least 50, but the Black
Yeah.
Bulls is like a really new squad. So I don't think the Black Bulls is at that number yet because they're so new.
I mean, even without all those members, they're like they're probably the second, third strongest squad overall.
Oh, I think they're the first right now. Without a
Black
doubt.
Bulls are top dogs.
Yeah, they're the
Golden
first.
Dawn
Go-
got dust.
Golden Dawn is at the bottom.
Hacks
Where do you guys think the
Hacks
Labour squad?
alone, Black Bulls.
I
are
don't
number
know.
one.
Or maybe Yeah, where the
Probably
hell
in
is
jail.
Linger?
Probably in jail.
Wait a
Why
second.
People keep saying that.
He didn't even do anything wrong to be in
People
jail.
keep saying Lakers is in jail.
He's not in jail. If
That
William
boy's in
is
But
jail.
if anybody should be in jail, William should be
Yeah,
in jail.
Oh my God! Why William didn't even do anything
Shut up,
either?
There's
Cornwall.
no-
William
there's no
is a
evidence that it was-
criminal, and he's gonna be getting clapped in the Spade prison.
Yeah, I'm starting to think Tabata. I'm starting to really think Tabata don't like William. I really don't like him.
Oh yeah, he's gonna drop the
He's
soap.
no-
Keeps torturing this man, arc after arc, man.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
this
like
guy
him
Can't catch
either.
a break.
This guy been all over the place. But the Compass girl, she's like, she's fine. She was at the bench.
I was very happy about Klaus. I needed him not to
I
die.
didn't like that. I think he should have died.
No,
I'm dashing.
Why?
he's the only one that I wanted to live. No, we need Klaus. No, when Yuno becomes captain, Klaus needs to be his vice captain. I need this. Klaus,
I need this.
Funny.
Klaus was the
Not a thing.
keep this in mind. Out of all the characters that were always looked down on Austin, for being peasants, Klaus was the first one to change his mind and learn. I need them to
He
turn
changed his
around.
mind like in 2 chapters.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Got a lot of development.
Yeah, don't do
What
this.
about Mimosa? She's not vice captain.
No, she's defecting. She's gonna defect to the Black Bulls.
Yo, I think she's dying next year.
Oh, she gonna pull a Tamaki?
Oh, Mimosa.
Whoa, did you just say Mimosa died? Hell
No,
No,
no.
we need
I don't know
someone to
about
die
that
with
one.
Vanica attacking. So I think it's either gonna be
Let
Mimosa
okay,
or Aja.
hold on.
Play some of the Spirit Guards.
This
Either one of
Mimosa,
the
no,
Spirit Guardians
dude.
or Luck.
Mimosa
I
dying
think
is
it might be
gonna.
Gaja.
No, Gaja's not dying
Either
this
one of the
early.
Spirit Guardians are gonna die or Luck is
I
gonna
think
die.
it's pronounced Gaia. Do you guys pronounce it Gaja?
I
Gaia?
pronounce it Gaia.
Gary.
I pronounce it Gaia, but I have no idea
Is
what
it
it is.
Gaia?
I don't know, to be honest. I always thought it was just Gaia.
Listen, they're all weird.
Could be
I was going
Gaia
with
or
Nozzle.
Gaja
I went with
or
Nozzle for like
whatever.
4 years. I had to
Nozzle.
I had to concede. I was like, because he's got a sibling named Solid. I was like, okay, well maybe it's because his thing is liquid, and you get Nozzle like on a faucet. That makes sense to me.
Yikes.
I converted
I
the
think it is a
Nozel.
play on that.
I conceded on.
That's a scratch.
I conceded on.
Converted.
But it was like 4 years. I'm still not. I
For
still
whole years.
wish that they went with Magic Emperor over Wizard King. It sounds so much cooler.
Yo,
Agree.
Rex.
What?
Sounds cool.
What is it?
Rex,
What?
you said you saw D Grayman before, right?
Dude, I haven't read D. Gray Man in years. Is there I know like what are they called? I know you're talking about
Noel?
yeah, they have a mark similar
Yeah,
to
they
that
have,
of
like,
them.
The same thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What's that guy's name? Tiki?
Like, I feel like there's some inspiration there.
Oh, I believe it. Which maybe that'll be an indication this is going to be a even sadder arc. Everything's just going to get more depressing.
All around.
Some clown and a dog are going to show up and talk to Asta, and it's going to get even more sad. Oh, we need it.
Why people want deaths in Black Clover so bad?
No, like
No, do you guys
people don't
ever
even
get
die
any
on their
major
favorite
Black
series.
Hole
Like
deaths?
that.
Listen, I can be fine with a lot of deaths. I don't want Klaus. I don't want Seki. I need them both to live.
What the fuck?
Brett,
Second-
I will be so. Can you imagine after the entirety of Black Clover, all the crazy shit that'll happen in the future, and somehow Seki is just there at the very end? He's like surprised
I
he's
think
alive.
Seki's gonna be the Wizard King.
Hell,
Pulling it right now.
Seki is slowly climbing the ranks. He's gonna be a captain.
Like he saved the king.
Hell
He
yeah!
saved the king. Like,
Hell yeah, Seki.
Alright.
Seki's gonna unlock true
I mean,
magic. He's gonna get the Earth Spirit.
I wouldn't be surprised if Seki got like he's a senior Magic Knight right now because of what he did with the king.
Oh hell yeah!
That had to be
Yeah.
worth a lot of stars.
Listen,
Like, he has to get some type of reward for that. He has to.
we're gonna see him on the throne next chapter. He's gonna unlock runes, spirit magic. He's gonna have the Earth Spirit. We're gonna find out he's got.
Black Clover.
We're gonna find out he got Spirit Dive. Listen,
And he's been
Very
physically
nice
training to look like
second.
I'm
Yami.
telling y'all, bro, White Clover is breaking records.
White
they're gonna walk up and be like, "Hey," he's gonna get back
I
to
never got that White Clover thing. What's that all about?
making fun of people who don't know shit about Black Clover, but they think they do.
Oh,
It's like that people will be like, "Asta was born with a demon." Okay, man.
Yeah, the White Clover he was.
Listen, I got an email from my leak guys. Zeno got back, and they said he got the wrong guy. The Arcane stage mage of the Clover is in fact Seki.
Oh god.
Bro, that would be too
you know my
hilarious.
question.
God.
If they're collecting arcane stage mages, why did Zeno decide to kill Yuno?
Well,
Because I
maybe
don't
it's
think
not Arcane.
Yuno's
It was
Arcane.
probably Zero.
You know it's not Arcane.
Because
Especially
He
the fact
stayed
that
zero.
Yuno is a 4-leaf.
yeah,
So
but
that means it's
the leaf doesn't mean that just means it's really good.
Yeah.
Like stages are weird. It's not like power levels.
Do
It's
you
like-
guys think Laura Pachica's arcane? Because I was like, reading the chapter, it wasn't clear if she was arcane or not.
I don't know. She doesn't seem to have it. She's like
It'll,
intel magic. She
it'll
doesn't
depend
seem
if
to.
she can get power from Forbidden Curse.
I mean, the thing is, like that
Or
lady
whatever.
said she's gonna. It looks like she's about to invade the Heart Kingdom, and then she's talking like capturing arcanes are boring, but then she's gonna go after Laura Pachica. So I was like, is she arcane? Is she not arcane? Like,
She's just gonna wrestle her. She's gonna put that tongue to work. I'm waiting. I need this Tabata.
She gonna get clapped like.
Man.
Clapped, low diff.
Where is Fade? He's gonna have to weigh in on this. I don't know if she's gonna get clapped. She takes
She gonna
a.
get clapped.
Oh, that actually.
One of the. I don't think she gonna like die in this fight, but she definitely not. She ain't. Bro, the Heart Kingdom is too stacked right now, bro. It's too stacked.
I mean,
They do have all the spirit guardians.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
They got
Yeah,
all
you
the
got
spirit
all-
Five
guardians.
spirit
They
guardians.
got Asta. They got Noel, who most likely
They
got
got
Ruiner
Ray.
magic.
they got Finral.
They got a whole captain. They might even got
Charming.
Zora.
Actually, wait a minute. I've read that it looks like that Finral is going to seduce her. This is good news.
Yo,
Okay.
if Finral cheats on his girl,
Bro,
I-
they might even got Zora and Charlotte over there. Like what?
Zora.
Yeah.
I
'cause
didn't
they was
time
stoned.
Zora,
post time keep Zora's.
Zora isn't like in that
Fucking
image.
stoked.
He's gonna be broken with his traps.
Yo, my dude.
Arcane
Yeah.
stage.
I love
Arcane
Zora.
stage.
Oh, I forgot Zora. Zora might even have a
Yeah.
character design change.
As long as he keeps that sick hair and the shark teeth. Actually, I'd be more concerned if he didn't have the shark teeth of how he fixed his teeth.
I mean, he used a
He,
What do you call
he
it?
went to he found a dude with teeth magic. He's like, dude, I need you to fix this shit. Undo this. Bite my tongue all the goddamn time.
I mean, they have to have a dentist, so I mean, the dentist.
I
makes
believe
sense.
it. Man, that would get teeth magic. That'd be a rough life.
Oh yeah, out of like all of the lame magic that like you could possibly get.
I don't know. I feel like then
I
you'd get
mean,
some
shouldn't-
broken
shouldn't-
teeth.
Shouldn't bone?
The guy with the mucus magic.
Shouldn't bone magic work?
There you go.
Cause teeth are nothing but
Bam! Zeno doubles as a dentist. We got it.
Fixing everybody's
OP.
teeth in the space.
It's a
Imagine, He
hero.
probably used to be a dentist and then joined the Dark Triad like after getting
He's
demon
just-
power.
He's just pissed off all the time. He's like, I don't get paid for this shit. I'm gonna go form a coup. Hate this.
Like,
Man.
Bro, do you guys remember the last chapter when Yuno had the flashback with all like Zeno and all those other people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's. I'm trying to like, when did Yuno see all those people to have that type of flashback?
He was when he was
Around-
fleeing.
Ralph's memory magic.
Is that Yuno's memory?
Well, if
Oh,
he's
yeah.
I
Ralph
think
just
what's
showed
it,
him
it's
what
his
happened.
memory of Ralph's memories.
well, but if Yuno saw him, because even if he was a baby, the memories would be in his head somewhere.
Yeah.
You could just draw them out. They're all in there. You just super brain complex. I
well,
believe. it.
wait, I thought Ralph had like flame magic and he showed him like a mirage. I thought that's.
I think it did. I think it was something with his head. I think he
Yeah.
did something with his brain.
He showed him a mirage. And that same image that, remembers is in that mirage. So he's probably just remembering that image.
Who do you
Yeah,
guys?
Yeah.
Who
Was he seeing
besides
it, like not even that long ago?
besides the ones we know? Who else do you guys think is Arcane? I got the one I got my highest money on is Radis. I need him.
Radius.
Radis?
Is that how is it supposed to be pronounced? Radis? I've been saying Radis this whole time.
I
Ras?
think Grady's. I'm not sure though.
It's
I've just been
Radis,
saying
dude.
radius.
How do they
I've been saying Radius.
how do they say it? Well, wouldn't there be an I in Radis? I'm gonna look it up.
I
I'm
think
gonna.
in the anime they say Radius.
They had
I
maybe
mean,
there's a
kind of like
pronunciation.
Hades, radius. That was kind of that was like my thought process.
Yeah, I'm going with Radis on this one, bro.
Wouldn't there be an I? How do they pronounce
Not
it?
an
Don't they
iron
put it
The witches.
either way? He does have true magic. I believe in him. I think he's got like the most broken magic in the series. He has the highest potential of anybody. He got.
Aya has true
Yeah.
magic. I don't think he's an arcane mage.
I mean, think about this. What happens when he wanders and finds like where all the Wizard Kings are buried?
Oh,
Bam.
God.
He's got
Oh,
26.
broken.
He's got 26
Confused him, too.
corpses. Yeah, and he can merge them. And if you kill him, unless you destroy his body, his soul will just come back.
Did you guys? Okay, so you guys watched the anime, the last episode. Did you
Yeah.
see when they was? I don't know if it was the last episode or episode before last, but it was a part where they was showing the all the silhouettes of Wizard Queens and Wizard Kings.
Oh, I
It
didn't
was a
see that
couple-
part.
It was a couple females in there.
I didn't see that. Where,
I mean,
do you have a
I thought
picture?
that was-
Yeah.
I
Nah,
missed
it was
that.
Like a whole. It was like a whole mirage.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look that
I
up.
thought it was in the last
I missed
one.
that. I didn't miss that then.
It was in one of the last 2 episodes.
I'm gonna have to pull up the Crunchyroll. Does anyone have that? I need this.
I remember that in like episode 2, but like not.
I remember that in episode 2. I don't remember
Oh,
the
was
last
that
couple
early?
episodes, though.
Yeah, like the whole montage of all the different
Yeah, the older
kings and
montage.
queens,
Yeah,
the
that's,
past ones.
that's episode 2.
Yeah, I remember seeing it.
It's
Black Clover episode 2.
But I could have swore they did another one recently though.
It might be episode 2 as well. I don't know.
What part in episode? I gotta see this. I don't remember this at all.
I do not remember. I have no idea.
I gotta get to speculating. I gotta get to
Spec-
I gotta get to speculating. Who's this motherfucker? What does this guy have? Secretly, one of them is Radis. Oh my God, Radies.
Really?
You can say whatever you want.
Man, I'm trying. It's name pronunciation.
Cause I call no Zell.
I do
I don't
now.
even think that's how you pronounce it.
No, so
We need to have Tabata just have like a name pronunciation guidebook. I'll buy it. I don't care.
I mean, I think every mangaka needs to do that. 'cause
We can get Kubo with all his fucking horrible names. Every single member. What was there was one guy, the dude with the
I think
afro
he
from the
was
Stern Ritter. What was his name? His name was like
I remember that terrible name.
Demon Slayer just got traditional old Japanese names for everybody.
I don't even. Oh,
Bro.
the Stern Ritter were German, but I don't. Some of their names I don't think were German.
Oh
One-
yeah, the Stern Rider's name was horrible. I couldn't like.
What was that guy? The guy's name is Naja Coop. That's amazing. He's a black dude
Yeah.
with a visor on.
I always think just take it back to Dragon Ball days. Everything's easy.
Name it all after foods and food and instruments. I don't know. I think This-
Wow.
well most of the Espada had normal like easy to pronounce names even if they're interesting.
Yeah, I mean Ralph is like the
Their
most
like
normal.
first names were easy to pronounce, but their like last names were impossible.
Ralph is the most normal name.
Has not.
and like shonen.
Ralph's name threw me off, like no lie. Like like when I see his name was Ralph in the unofficials, I thought it was like fake or they're gonna change it. But then in the officials, his name is actually Ralph. I'm like, that is so normal.
I need a motherfucker. We need to get one. Jim. Wizard King
No,
Jim.
talking about names, did you guys notice the translation notes for the newest chapter? Apparently, it might not actually be Rolopchika that they're after.
Oh no, that's just because whoever translates them doesn't read the manga.
Oh.
It's,
So, are you talking about the name
Yeah.
Patika?
Yeah,
Because
and
the
the
translation
trans
says, like,
this
new
much.
character.
No, it's not a new character.
It's Laura Pachika.
I just call her Laura. That's her name. It's fucking goddamn. It's hard to pronounce.
Laura Patika.
It's, I don't even want to.
Pachika.
Rurupatiko or something.
Larry.
Larry, I like it.
Oh, Larry. We need Larry. I just need. We need more like.
Anime cover name that's like totally different. Like
I'm trying to get some.
Yo,
more.
I think the Spade Kingdom dude, the king, I think he's pretty fly, bro.
Dude, Dante. Yeah, Dante's
Dante?
fucking smooth. Or speculate now. Gravity magic.
Dante probably got
Like
clapped
Dante
by Yami,
Monica
though.
have a crown?
Oh yeah. Why does Dante and Vonica have not? Why do they get crowns? What are they? What are they doing being mean to Zeno? Where's his crown?
I don't know. I think she's like Dante's
Oh,
daughter.
she does have a crown.
I was looking at them. I was kind of thinking about like card suits. I was thinking about like King, Queen, Jack, and I was like, what if he just doesn't have one because of that or something?
Actually, you know what? How about a bone crown?
Triple Crown.
Queen,
That's low-key dope.
Joker. No, King, Queen, Jack. Yeah, you're right.
Just make him look
Well,
like
then again,
Dark Souls. Make him like Grave Lord Nito. Just a bunch of different skulls all over him. Make him terrifying.
Or they
Even
can be
if,
like
if
sisters
he
and
goes,
brothers.
like, could be that too. Like,
Aren't
I
they
wonder if they are actually like
Aren't they siblings?
like, related to each other.
Yeah, they're the Zogratis siblings.
Yeah, they dropped that weird ass name during the flashback.
Oh yeah, they are siblings.
They're called Zogratis. Dante Zogratis, Vanica Zogratis, and Xenon Zogratis.
Well, maybe she's.
Zeno, 'cause I keep on saying Zeno.
I
Yeah,
think
it's
it's
different
Xeno.
translations.
Well, the officials are
Yeah, I
Xeno.
say
No. It don't
Official-
really matter. They both sound the same.
Officials are xylophone.
Yeah, right.
Xenon.
Xylophone.
Old xylophone. Yeah, he uses the bones and he plays his magic tune. He plays a little Jimmy every time he comes into battle. Be amazing. I'm always just hoping that we get some Dark Disciples worth of shit.
I feel like I was thinking that same thing. Jesus
They might
Christ.
bring stronger ones, like, cause these ones might. Cause I seen that on Twitter. Somebody was like, "What if these ones are ones that can go higher than like 40?"
I don't know. These guys
Hopefully, man.
look throwaway too. At
Dude,
least
I want to see Noel
Yeah.
speed Blake's one of these motherfuckers.
I mean, at least one of them has to be.
They about to.
I feel.
I just need one decent Noel feat so I can rub it in so many people's faces. A couple in this live stream right now.
I mean,
Right? They
people
don't
be
know what
saying
they're talking
Noel's
about. Noel's
stronger
speed.
than everybody, honestly.
Should we get into this?
He's not.
Well, we're
So
gonna.
just
He's
wait
not
until
fast.
Noel gets the water spirit and spirit dive. Oh,
Oh god.
I guess the water
We
spirit
broke
time.
it.
Water spirit. How is Lord Patika gonna lose the water spirit?
Die.
That's not
She
happening.
dies.
That's not
sure,
happening.
she might
Yeah.
die.
She might die.
Noel do not need the water spirit right now.
Really
Nah, she
doesn't.
don't.
She don't
She's
need it.
pretty strong.
She's
Yeah.
pretty strong on her own. She don't. That's what somebody was trying to tell me about Nozel having monozone. For one, I don't think Mercury has a natural element in like that can have monozone, because monozone is all about the element around you. So, and another thing is
Well, but-
Nozel doesn't need monozone.
But
don't
couldn't he
think so.
turn the mana in his zone, just like turn it straight into Mercury and then just have more Mercury? Like his could just be like a
Yeah.
bigger wide range. Instead, he's got like a massive
Doesn't
aura.
mana not even have an element?
Yeah, it's
Mana's
raw.
just an energy that you use to make elements. I don't think him having Mercury means he can't do mana zone.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case. Because
I would-
Yami used monozone as well.
Because
But
I'm gonna
Darkness
need
Julius
it.
has time
Darkness
magic and he
can
needed
do
mana zone.
That's another thing. Time is like everything. It's everywhere.
I mean,
Yeah, but he makes the Mercury.
So it'll make
uses
it'll
magic
make
to
sense
make it.
for time and dark and fire and who else uses monozone? I think that's it.
Marileona.
Wind. It'll make sense for
Yeah.
that stuff.
Marileona.
Oh well.
Well, he
the
makes
Wind
his
King as well. The
his
first-
Mercury
first
though
Wind
is
King
made out of magic.
used light.
Evermere.
So it
I
kind of
feel
makes
like-
sense for those,
I
for
feel
those
like
elements to
anybody
be able to
can
do
get
it.
monozone for real.
If that's the
They just have to
case,
get that.
if that's the case, and Tabata wants to just be a all-out crazy man and make Langris have monozone, then the series is done.
Well,
Well, we
Langer-
even seen it in the anime though. When Yami did use monozone, it didn't like appear in front of the word though. It did like travel, so it could be like different.
Well, I think his is like
Like,
I think
feel
if,
Yami's
like, if you
can
looked
make
at-
it appear like in front or inside of stuff.
well,
I like that.
my guess. Well, my guess is their mana zones are different shapes. Like maybe Yami's is just like long and narrow, like a hallway, and so just because his is like just super ranged, and his, I mean, really, he doesn't need to have like all directions. He just needs range for his.
Like, how would somebody like Xenon have a how
Mm-hmm.
a bone?
There's more bones.
They'll have monozone.
And I think Xenon and Nozel magic is pretty much the same. It's like all-purpose magic. They both have it. Xenon has range,
remember when,
close combat. He has a shield.
Do you remember when Kimimaro made that big bone forest? That's what his mana zone's gonna be like. We're gonna see it. Give it time. Oh,
I wouldn't be
God.
surprised if he can do something like that for real.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome. I want to see. Yeah, honestly,
the human body only got so many bones. So
I mean, we've only seen
Yeah.
one spell of his. We can get more. I'm waiting for like him making a giant skeletal like summon monster or something. Something just
I can't wait to
absolutely
see his
terrible.
devil, bro. Bro. Oh, that devil thing was so dope.
Was
Yo,
dope.
what do you guys think about that? Like, do you guys think everybody has their own unique devil, or is it like a spawn of Megicula? Like, what do you think?
Ooh.
I think it's
I feel
different
like
devils.
everybody has their own, and she's like a separate entity entirely.
Really?
My
Yeah.
guess is either.
You know,
Yeah, I
Thorns
think
look different from
Magicula's
Ridiculous.
separate.
My guess
Like,
is either.
Probably like leading them or something.
Yeah, my guess is either
Because,
Megicula
my
is
thing
split
is-
between them, or like what I was saying earlier, where he's like gathering people to get more devils. Because that would make him.
Yeah,
I think that would
yeah,
that would be
like
make
a type of
sense.
devil.
Because the word devil, we know there's a lot more devils. He didn't really seem like he just kind of seemed out for himself. If we have like this smarter devil that can lead a whole kingdom, he's probably he's a lot more of a schemer. So otherwise, he probably could have just stepped out long before the series started and start mauling people himself. Do crazy shit.
I mean, it seemed like an entire process to get one devil into the real world. To get like a bunch through Megicula. The Megicula must have like done some artificial thing, in my opinion.
We're gonna
Something
find
'cause we
out.
don't know like what kind of event could have happened in the Spade Kingdom too, because there was that whole elf stuff that happened to get Asta's devil even out there.
Yeah.
It's like some crazy thing happened in the Spade a long time ago.
Well, the anti-magic devil is weird because the word devil didn't recognize him.
Yeah.
I think that maybe it was like when what's his name when the demon lick died, maybe the devil portion like was born into a new one. That's why he acts different than normal devils. Maybe he never even lived in the demon
That's
realm.
an interesting thought. Yeah.
Because the devil stuff had to go somewhere.
I'm expecting a main devil flashback this arc, maybe explaining Asa's devil or something like that.
Yeah, because I'm hoping
That's what I really want.
I'm really hoping that it turns out just the anti-magic devil is really nice. That's just everyone thinks he's just a jerk because he's terrifying looking.
He does not seem like he's nice.
But maybe it's just like the way he seems because he's a devil. He didn't. He was really nice to Asta when he said he was going to help him defeat Ladros. Imagine he was nice. He was going to take over his body and do it for him. He was going to take him over and do it for him.
Remember when he
was
called
gonna
Asta a
speed his
dwarf?
whole game plan
Yeah.
up, bro. If Asta would have gave him that body, his whole plan would have just been sped up.
He
that much quicker.
Asta resisted, and he's like, "All right, bro, boundaries. Do your thing. I'll give you this power. You go do your move." Maybe
Yo,
maybe
did you
he's
guys
just a
hear
bro.
The theory that Asta is like from like a group of people that worship devils, and then he got like cursed.
Oh shit!
Dude, that'd be cool.
You gotta have some type of backstory, or like some interesting backstory.
As
He's
long
just a
as
regular guy.
as long as he's
No
regular,
way.
yeah.
Shonen protagonist, regular guy, you're messing with me.
I kind of hope they would. I seen this one on Twitter
Yeah.
where like his parents were like people who got their magic like taken from them, like how the Spade had those people and they were just like taking their magic, and they had a kid and their kid just had no magic. That's when I saw on Twitter that.
But if you run out of mana, you die.
That's true.
Well, remember when they were taking the magic from those kids like before, and like didn't they say something like it would like stunt their magic forever if they took it?
Yeah, but he could have been some experiment for that.
Yo, but then again, there are people that were born without magic 500 years ago.
Who?
Lumiere confirmed. Lumiere confirmed it in the flashback that he wants to make
I think-
magic objects.
I think
for
that
people
was the
don't have magic.
unofficials.
You
I think the
think so?
officials said that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And we pulled this
Yeah,
up.
Pretty sure the officials changed it.
Well, I thought he wanted to help. I thought it was more about like making it so people could have better magic.
He wanted it.
I don't think it was that the no one
Lumiere
had
is a
magic.
communist.
Damn. Lumiere. Oh, poor Lumiere. He'll be remembered. I mean, he'll be forgotten the second someone cooler shows up. But his efforts.
Damn, I think
Lumiere.
Lumiere, like his death was really like messed up if you think about it, because everybody else sold, they left and went to a different place. You know, they went to wherever the afterworld is. Lumiere's soul is kind of in limbo because he was a stone, and he just evaporated. I don't think his soul went anywhere. I think he's just like in limbo.
Maybe I'm hoping he also turns into a bird.
Because I think Tabata would have showed his soul going up as well, just like everybody else.
It is kind of weird. He didn't
I mean,
show
his soul
that.
got
That was
dusted.
sucky.
And then...
You know what this
That's what I'm
means?
saying.
You know what this
That's what I'm
means?
saying.
This means that Rades is gonna put him in a body and take him into his army. Number one boy coming up. Number one boy coming up. I'm telling you.
That's actually
Oh god.
Just,
that
no,
is a good thing his body did like go away because Radius would completely steal his body. Actually, like
imagine later an arc
I mean,
where
Ray's
it's like,
not a bad guy now. Like he's not. As
oh, he's.
bad as
I
he
think he
was.
still wants
I
revenge.
don't think he ever was.
I don't think he's. I think he still wants
yeah,
revenge.
I totally still think he's like a bad dude. Like I don't think he really.
Dude,
has a motive.
He's with everybody else.
Imagine though.
They're not.
Imagine just a versus Wizard King zombie arc, and it's just instead of character dialogue, he's just talking to them. He's just being real creepy, having conversations with dead bodies.
That was his like. That's how he was first shown.
Yeah, I
He was
know.
shown,
That'd
like,
be
looking out.
so cool.
Bro, he's gonna hook up with Sally, calling it.
I'll smash Sally.
Dude,
He's
he's about to
Please.
go right down to the Golden Dawn base and just have his pick of whoever he wants for his new zombie
Oh my
squad.
goodness, this dude
That-
is so
Oh my
Like,
That's so funny.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
wait.
I can't wait. It's gonna be amazing. He's gonna be the most OP person in Black Clover. He's gonna run trains on people. The zombie
all your
armies.
favorite side Golden Dawn.
Yeah, watch him be the
characters for
final
all
villain.
He's gonna be like a medical guy, and after every arc, he's gonna be like, "Don't worry, I'll take care of this body for you. I'm just cleaning up." And then at the end of it, it's, "Oh look, cool, you got everybody here. Oh, Xenos, you're back. We got this."
I'll tell you that. You're gonna have the most OP army at
That's
the
it,
end of Black Clover.
Oh, it's gonna be
That's
amazing.
really interesting. Yeah, Tabata's gonna have to make sure he gets rid of bodies like in like an interesting way, because you could always make that argument that Radius could just take whoever doesn't like just disappear.
You gotta burn him. They're like, "Why are we burning this?" Like, listen, this guy's an asshole. He's just gonna come steal this later. He's just got a shovel, and he's like, "All right, guys."
Wait, was it confirmed that he's traveling with Patry, or did they part ways?
He was being worked at the end of the
Yeah,
arc.
they're both
That-
in community service.
Clover came, so the elves are the one who left.
he just has to
Yeah,
get
they have
away.
to have they have to have a role, either in this arc or
I don't see why they were allowed to leave, but everybody else.
Yeah,
had
like
to
where
leave.
to be honest, where the fuck was Patry and the other three? Fana, Veto, and
We
Raya.
haven't seen them since the
Oh,
the
they're
last chapter of the arc.
they're gonna be a.
Barely on-
Listen,
Do you think they're collecting more elves? Like we saw the two elf kids even.
their
last
whole
episode.
squad. I'm telling. They're gonna be a special ops for the Clover King. They're gonna be a suicide squad where they just send them in. Like,
Suicide
get in
squad.
there.
Oh,
Yeah, they're gonna be like, "All right, get in there. If
Hang
you
on,
guys
the
die,
squad
we don't care."
theory was mine.
Sammy, I'm about to sue you. I'm coming after you, Sammy. I'm taking that channel.
To be honest, I still think they're gonna be the 10. So there's right now 9 squads in the Clover Kingdom.
There's like 8.5 squads, but yes.
Hello, monkey.
Oh.
Too soon, dude.
Going down on that captain. They need that. Who's stepping up? Who's stepping up to be captain?
You know.
Captain Seki.
No,
They're gonna. All right, we have.
Seke is an entirely different squad.
They're gonna advance him up. They're gonna say, "Listen, we're gonna promote you. So you're gonna leave the Green Mantis. You're gonna have your own one, the Bronze Dragons,
You know.
He's gonna have the best.
Oh god.
Bronze Stars. He's gotta have the most badass.
If they
one.
level him up, he'll be youngest captain for sure.
Nah, they gotta move Langus up before you know.
Or Rades, or Rake Mate's a captain.
Oh, vice captain.
Rades could be a captain if they allow him. He has true
I said
magic.
Langris.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Langris could be a captain from a
Who
prison
the
cell.
hell said Rades?
Imagine him as captain. He's got true magic. He's at the level. He can come up.
Yo, bro.
Absolutely not.
Hell
Rades
yeah.
was kicked out of the kingdom, comes back, becomes a rebel, then becomes the captain.
Flagoleon would
He
not-
was unfairly kicked out.
Flagoleon
Unfairly.
would not allow it.
Zora's dad was unfairly killed, but you know he's not becoming the captain.
Zora's dad not even a moderate. That's crazy.
Oh man, poor guy. Zora
Zora
captain.
died.
They're like the shadiest lives.
Yo,
Zora's
F
dad
for
is
Zora's
a
dad.
sad story.
He got
Yeah.
backstabbed.
He got fought.
It's bullshit.
And then those bastards coming to his grave and laughing at him just made him.
Yeah.
But
Zora
luckily,
is one of the
he.
Batman. Plays the
That's
goat
where
character.
Julius almost destroyed his own hand when he learned the truth. Was really hard hitting.
In the anime, he's like squeezing his fist so tight it's bleeding. I'm like, geez.
Oh snap.
Which part?
Speaking of Julius, like, what are they gonna do with Julius? Like, what is his character going to do for the rest of the story?
He used to go back to school.
Time
Bro, he's gonna be
is.
part of the Black
Oh,
Bulls.
God.
What do you mean?
Yeah, he should be a Black Bulls. I'm all
Oh
for that.
God.
No.
No. Hell no.
Yeah, now Yami can be the role model.
Hell yeah.
He should just stay in politics.
How's he gonna carry his grimoire? It's just a page.
It is a page.
He's just gonna keep it. He's gonna keep it in like a little laminate folder. Like, listen, it's all I got. Doesn't need. He doesn't need a little case where he just got his one laminate folder.
That's crazy. If Julius stays this week for the rest of
Oh,
the
that's
story,
funny.
like, there's so much potential of how strong this dude is. Like, Laura Pachica even like hyped him up, and now he's like a kid with one page.
You know what? Actually, there's another
Be
thing.
like,
Rades is gonna be like, oh hey, we can be friends, and we both got one page. He's like, oh, you know what? Let's bond. I'll show you where all the Wizard Kings are buried.
Yeah, but see, the thing about that is Julius is eventually pages. See, now you got me calling him
Oh,
bullshit.
everybody.
Randall.
Started to push the agenda. I see what you're doing, Rax. You're just saying Radis on.
I've listen, I converted to Nozel after like 4 years. If it's the proper pronunciation, I'm trying. I'm getting over there.
Nazo.
Juno.
That's what that's
Jared Punch.
you know.
Up a good point in the chat, and I remember seeing you talk about this on Twitter.
Oh my
Rax,
God.
Natsu being in the Arcane tier. If
Man,
you-
I've been arguing with you for like 3 days on this shit. Like, I'm just like talking about like all the ridiculous shit it's done. It's like, oh, it's still fire. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like
if
burning.
it was just fire, then I would agree with the other people. But since it's Dragon Slayer,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
where
I was
I'm
like, it's
I think
dragon
it'd be
powers.
okay.
It's literally like turns you into a dragon. And the motherfucker's burnt like time and infinity, and you're like, oh, it's just fire. Don't worry about it.
Upstairs, it's definitely tier 3.
And then you're like talking about like, oh, what that's like, well, what makes like stuff Arcane and like Black Clover? It's like rare magic, ancient magic, and stuff. And I'm like, that's what dragon slaying magic is. I was getting so annoyed with some of these people. And it's like when it's the one that makes me the most mad is when people bring up that Black Clover and Fairy Tail's anti-magic is different, and I'm just like, but what does that change? What makes the fight outcome different? Nothing. He wasn't burning anti-magic. I wasn't making that argument. It's like he knows what it is. I still haven't heard anybody be like, well, this is what's different. I get it. They're both they're stem different. But there's no different argument. Oh my god.
At first, I thought that too. Like, well, their sources are different, but then like I've seen you say that a lot of times, and I'm like, well, the sources being different really doesn't like change anything.
Yeah, because he was
like nothing really.
he beat Yuka without using magic. He hit him with this normal punch. He had he straight had an anti-magic bubble, and he rocketed his fist in, and then just straight punched him out. I was like, I can get, yeah, they're not the same, but like, what's different about it? I was trying to figure that out, and nobody had an answer for me.
I don't even remember that fight. I'll be honest.
Maybe Sosa does.
Sosa hasn't read Fairy Tail.
She-
Sosa
that's
revealed to me that
cooling off.
Sosa revealed that he hasn't read Fairy Tail. I mean, he's like, oh yeah, it's spirit energy that they use for magic. I'm like, come on, get the fuck out of here.
See, you can't make a debate unless you know like both series, at least somewhat.
At least, at least some.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's my. I say that all the time.
Ugh.
It's just you talking and then you have no idea what's going on in this series. Like,
Yeah.
stop.
You know,
I say that all the time.
and I was talking to someone yesterday, like, because someone mentioned Juno, and they're talking about like, I've been watching Black Clover since episode 1, and I was like, well, I've been reading it since back when it was Aster and Juno, way back like 4 years ago. Does anybody else like remember that shit? You know what?
No.
Adding on to that, I campaigned for Aster and not Asta, and then I had to concede on that too. 'Cause Aster means gray, and I was like, it's like a shade of gray, and I was like, oh, that makes sense to me for his hair, and then I was like, okay, whatever, fuck it. But it's Asta canonically. Well, then it was it Broku that had it was either Broku or some other guy that had the theory for Astaroth, because that's like a demon general of hell, and I was like, okay, this sounds better.
Astaroth,
That was both.
Metreon,
Yeah, it's a pretty common theory.
Is that
That's
what
where I
you
first saw
said?
it.
Bro.
That's where I first saw it.
That I swear, that's Raven's spell from Teen Titans.
No, that's
Oh, yeah.
Azeroth.
It's also
Azeroth, not
It's
Astaroth.
also like a demon in the Bible or whatever.
It's a demon in the Bible, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a demon prince.
He's
Oh.
I think he's one of the messengers of hell. He's a messenger, I think.
Yeah.
Could be.
It's like I can't remember. No, maybe it's not a prince. Maybe it's like a duke or something. It's like there's like a few demons that are like the leaders or whatever.
That's
He's
interesting.
in Astaroth is one of them.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like, could it be like the demon realm is run by a hierarchy?
Well, it has to be. The Word Devil said there was a hierarchy. When in
There's a possibility.
was it
This
209?
anti-demon could be like part of the higher echelon. Because anti-magic is pretty OP, like ridiculously.
Because he didn't recognize him at all. I mean, we don't know how many devils there are, so it's a big mystery. I'm hoping for a number. Hoping for a number soon.
Would you
for
guys
Dante.
There's
rather-
not a lot of them. Like,
There has to be at least enough
I
that
don't want to be-
he
Well,
knows.
they have to get summoned to this world, and what if that's what they do? They gotta sacrifice somebody to summon. Maybe it gotta be Arcane.
Yeah, that's
That's
why they're
what
gathering
it is,
Arcane.
That's it. You thought, yeah. What if Noel's mother was sacrificed to bring a devil?
Maybe that's how Megikyo first got in the world.
If,
Or maybe
I
it's
remember
like,
Tabata showed a panel of a devil being summoned, like this lady.
Maybe like the stronger the devil, it requires more to sacrifice. That's why Megikyo is getting more arcane mages, as he needs more to come through. The Word Devil only needed one.
Not through yet, yeah.
And then we'll find out later, like the King Devil is like 100 arcane mages. I need all of them.
Yeah, I doubt there's gonna be that many arcane mages in the Black.
He's gonna say, "I need the strongest wizard in the world," and then Seki is gonna be hunted.
Oh,
Jesus
no.
Christ, man.
Stop, Brock.
That's my actual agenda.
They wanted Julius, and then they realized Julius is a little kid now. It's like, fuck.
I don't know how well they do against Julius. Oh, if Dante's gravity, then yeah, he would be perfect to counter him. I was thinking like Zeno. Zeno's bones aren't standing up to time.
No, I think that Dante dude and Julius, that would have been like such a great fight.
Maybe Julius will be able to like activate his adult form, like it's like a form, like temporarily increase his time
okay
and become
with
an
that.
adult.
Like Toshiro in Bleach.
But he
Yeah.
still only got one page of Grimoire, so it wouldn't matter.
I mean, all he needs is the one spell. Or maybe he'll go on
What is the
a side
spell?
event. Just this little time ball that does stuff. That's all he really needs.
Yeah. That's all he really used, to be honest.
Yeah, he had
No,
chronostasis.
Other than the everything, yeah, stasis one.
I don't think he had chronostasis. I mean, he had like the reversal of wounds. He had like a lot of it we didn't see names for. But he has like little future sight. What else did he have? He just had normal time. It's speed up time around him.
Monozone.
Monozone, yeah. He had a pretty fair arsenal. And you know what? And then we need to find a time spirit and give him spirit dive. I'm hoping by the end everyone just gets spirit
Rex is
dive.
just tripping tonight, dog.
Yo, Rox is
Everything.
high or some shit.
Well, let me just say this.
How you gonna go?
There's 4 spirit, but they're the 4 great spirits, so there could be lesser spirits. Could be lesser spirits.
But wouldn't time? Okay.
Why would a time spirit be a lesser spirit? Like,
Mhm.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. Well, it'd be something irregular. Maybe it's something different. Maybe it's like, hey, well, we gotta set core. I don't listen. I'm not Tabata. I just literally am coming up with some of these theories on the fly.
no, that's fair, bro.
I gotta think of what other spirits can I have. Ladro's
Yo, the
sucking
Queen of the
spirit.
Witches- I feel like the Queen of the Witches has to play a role, and I like.
Yeah, she's OP.
I strongly think she's an arcane mage.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, she has to be.
Because like she was able to
Who?
because what's his name, Kyoto, I can't remember his name, Kyoto, like didn't he lose his leg fully and she grew it back.
Yeah.
She has to be arcane.
Well, no, Asta still kept it.
Wait.
Oh yeah.
Wait a
well,
minute.
Asta
Asta
asked him
kept that
to keep
container.
it, and he kept it in some kind of like that.
Well,
like,
now I have to
but
like
think
I
he
don't know.
kept it in like some kind of weird water or something.
He has like a bread bag. He's like, yeah, I had a baguette in here. Well, let me give you a leg. Where was that? That's right after 100, so it's like 104. I'm pulling this up.
Yeah, because I remember in the anime they had it censored for some reason, like in like a comedic way.
I think they censor it in the manga too. Let me see. I think it's like 102 to 103. I gotta find this shit. I mean, he's still reattaching a leg. Still really impressive.
I like an old leg. At
And
that.
she like casually undid the curse that was in Asta's bones and healed them in the same time. So it has to be something crazy.
And she knew a lot about the devils too.
She knew about the elves too. Yeah,
You know a lot about a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
it's gonna
I
suck
didn't
when.
even get to finish explaining everything before Asta was like stupid and couldn't handle it anymore.
Well, I believe. Oh, I'm looking now for is this Asta has a leg in a
Hey,
bag.
I actually got to go for a minute. I'll be back in about 20 minutes.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, he grew his leg back.
Oh no, it's
102.
yeah.
Blood healing magic. He's
Yeah,
just
because he
cool.
had a prosthetic. He had a prosthetic leg, I think.
But he brought his old leg with him to reattach it.
Did he?
Curse breaking blood cocoon.
Oh, he did. You're right. He had it in a jar. Okay, I forgot that. Okay, damn.
Does
it.
that mean she could break Roloptika's curse? Curse breaking?
I don't. I feel like
mean-
maybe.
Because Austin's injury
Possible,
was
I
due to
mean.
his curse.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that was his.
and she,
Sure that Asta wasn't able to break his own curse because was it Radi's magic cursed him too, but he broke that like when he kept bleeding out of like his side or like his face.
I guess it would depend on the severity of the curse.
I think Asta's curse was more like inside, you know?
In his
Stab
emotions.
his arm with like his sword and just call it a day.
Was it? I mean,
He
look.
tried it, it didn't work.
Yeah, they had to get it specifically from the Witch Queen, because then it was like, oh, you might not be able to use your arms again. And it was like, all right, we got a crippled main character. Let's go.
That would have been funny seeing Asta still crippled for this arc.
Still,
He's using his feet to fight Xenon or something.
he just has his
he has wings.
Feet
He has
thick
wings,
as
so
fuck.
He could do it. I believe in it.
How would he channel though? You would have to stab the sword on the ground and just like put his head on it and be like, oh, I'm channeling.
Just power up.
Get out of the way.
He holds it in his mouth, Black Divider.
Or what if they just? Oh no, actually, what is it? What is it called? Is it not a splint? What is it called when they they have to keep your leg straight? So they put it in some what is that called?
Yeah, I think that's a split.
Is it? Yeah, they tie his swords to his arms so his arms are straight. And he flaps them around, and that's how he flies initially. He's like a bird.
To Muzan? Yo, Rax, he turns into Muzan.
No, imagine what is it? Icarus, but he's got swords. He's just flying around.
Jesus.
And then it goes into my soon-to-be triple-wielding theory. Triple-wielding Asta soon. Calling it.
Do you guys think
hope
it's,
so.
the entire world tree magic healing everybody? What do you guys think about that? I kind of thought it was like out of nowhere, to be honest.
I mean,
It's pretty much what William does. Like, dude's a support mage.
I could see it.
But like,
Yeah.
when did he do it? Like, it just came out of nowhere.
Maybe he had it already placed within the base already, just in case, or maybe on the way
Yeah,
out.
That kind of showing that plant magic is. There's like several people with healing magic when they have plant magic or something like that too.
I think he means like when he did it.
Yeah.
I think he means like when he
He
more
can
of when he
also
did
like
it.
throw seeds and stuff.
That's
do
true.
Stuff later, like he did that to the one dude.
That's true.
The dude, when they attack Keaton, whatever it's called.
Yeah, whatever that fucking dude is. Yeah, I believe it. I mean, a lot of them died. Luckily, Klaus, the one that needed to live, is still good. So we good. Listen, don't be hating on my boy Klaus.
See, I like
Who is it-
Cloud.
who is it
He
that
doesn't-
died?
he's not
Hammond and
necessary.
Cyril?
Half of them died, but yeah, those
Half of
guys.
them died, yeah. Yuno was
No, out of named characters.
We know at least
I don't
two. We know the glass guy and then the earth guy. Was he-
They're
This guy got lit.
relevant characters, though. It's like, for real. Hamon-san and what the hell? Siren-san?
Which guy is that?
Hammond
like,
was
looked
major
weird,
in like
like,
3 different arcs.
The glass guy?
He was
Yeah,
big in the
he was
beginning.
about-
important in the beginning, kind of. Like in the
Yeah, he was.
in the-
You know what? Yeah, that makes me even sadder. He got promoted then. Oh, got promoted. He's dead. Like, what is it? What was the full time gap
He was
is?
important.
Like a year later.
A year later, just gouged out.
Royal Knight. Like,
Do you guys think what type of training do you think Yuno's gonna get? Because this dude, he needs that training arc now.
Oh, I think this is where becomes a lot more brutal and it becomes more vicious.
Yeah.
Because like Asta was like emphasized, like, cause like right after the time skip, we had Asta showing, then showing immediately, and Asta's was like heroic. He defeated all his enemies without killing any of them, and he saved all these people, and was already like kind of messed up.
He didn't kill any of them. That last Black Divide.
He was carrying that guy afterwards. He didn't kill
No,
him.
I'm sure the guy's still alive. Yeah.
Yeah, he's carrying him, and then like
somebody
killed
had to die, man.
Godoroys.
Cut the base in half.
Yeah, he
But I feel like Asa's gonna face the same thing, because that one, if he's still in the Heart Kingdom, I don't see any of them defeating, what's her name again?
Vonica.
Yeah, I don't see them defeating Vonica. So
I think they could push her back, because if they got 5 Spirit Guardians, I'll be really surprised if she can hold all 5. So the fact they got so many, then I kind of believe it. It was like 1 or 2.
Is, like, in the flashback, where we saw like those 7 figures, like she had to Zeno and 6 other people, like 2 of them had to be the Dark Triad people. Those people are probably the strongest, and I feel like she may have like 1 or 2 of them with her.
Well, that looked more like a Xeno squad, because 2 of them you saw. One was the Toil dude, and one was Godoroy's. You see his their.
I just think they were all Xeno squad.
I think that one specifically was his squad.
I always thought that was,
Like, I was wondering, like, how did she know who she was? Like, if she said her name, or at least that's what it seems like she did. So I wonder, does she know her, or do they just have like information
probably when she was
on the Heart King?
Well, she might have been. I saw people saying like maybe she was the one that cursed Loro. Maybe she was the one that cursed her. It's coming back. Come back for that end game.
Finish her off.
Wait until you mature a little bit.
I believe it.
Yo, true story though, like pretty much the whole squad is in the Heart Kingdom. We even
You got most of the main cast.
La, Leopold.
You got Rill.
Close by as well.
Rill up in there.
Basically,
Real?
Yami's fucked up.
Oh, I think Yami's gonna get fucked. I don't think he's gonna die. I think he's gonna get captured. The tying back to the Witch Queen though is I think that she's gonna get attacked and they're gonna have to save her, and we're gonna have to get like the Heart Kingdom, Diamond Kingdom, the Witch Queen. It's everybody versus the Spade. Think about it. And they get Mars. Get my boy Mars in there.
Mars gets the Earth Spirit.
Oh.
I don't know how it's gonna make sense, but
Well, the Earth Spirit? Yeah, Diamond. It's in the Earth. Minerals.
yeah, that's what I'm like. Does it have to be necessarily Earth magic?
Well, Earth, it stems out of it. It should be. It stems out of it.
Diamond's part of the Earth.
Yeah, I believe it. I mean, it's because we know that the 4 main elements, everything stems from those, and then you get all the weird ones like space and stuff. I hope so. Mars needs to be relevant more. I haven't seen the guy in like 100 plus. It was like 140 chapters since I last saw Mars.
Yeah.
It's been forever.
Yeah.
Been forever. Hey man, what you?
After this,
Yeah, the last time
Oh.
was 100.
Faded's in here.
99, I think.
Tell him to get in here. All right, what's up, Fade? How it be?
What's up?
Nothing much. We're talking about the Spade, and we're gonna beat up Vanica over in the Heart Kingdom. She's gonna get washed.
Oh, okay, cool. Got you.
How's it going, man?
It's going good.
Good, man.
The chat saying maybe Yuno gets rune magic, like learns the runes.
I need something.
I
That'd be
heard
dope.
Yuri is gonna get another Grimoire.
I hope he gets I'm hoping he gets like further pushed. Like get that golden win again. Maybe get like that elf buff.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck that. Yo, let's go dark wind magic.
No, that
Dark
it's
elf?
no.
Come on, black wind.
No.
Maybe
It's
when he
black
fucking
wind.
I
gets
kind of
married,
like how
maybe.
like Asta is the darker one and Yuno looks more like
Yeah.
Royal. Or
Yeah, they
Juliet.
like they mirror each other super hard. You can't break
I
that.
wish was an archer more. I would like him to be a full on archer. That would be dope.
Well, I have have you read or watched Bleach?
Yeah.
So my theory is because the spirit of Zephyr is very similar to Uryu's Sally Schneider, so I'm wondering if it's
Yeah.
actually an arrow.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Oh.
that's interesting.
Ooh.
That would make sense. Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like needs more sword training though. To be honest with you.
He needs to get back to
he was
range.
taught-
Like,
like,
yeah,
on
you know, yeah, he's.
Need
skilled,
Fonzel to
but
train
he-
him.
he doesn't
That's
have
true.
the-
Fonzel's also a wind mage on top of that. Wind
Yeah,
sword.
like Fonzel's a win mate. Like, just teach him, because all he does is just swings away, But
And Asta laughs.
That's the
but-
kind of
I mean, but with that type
thing.
of sword, you can't really do too much swordmanship, I guess. You could
Yeah,
say.
sword is huge.
Yeah, it is huge. So it's like more of a huge attack type of ultimate attack type,
Yeah.
So,
My
but I
thing
would
is,
just like
like,
to see
But if it's an arrow,
more different uses for the sword.
soon.
God Slayer, let's
But,
get
hey,
it. Holy wind.
Shit, honestly,
Yeah.
Yuno turns into an angel Yuno.
I'm already seeing go down a darker path soon.
Yeah,
Just
like
fucking
what, a couple
pissed off.
chapters ago before we got shown, the chapter's title was called The Beginning of Hope and Despair.
Hey, he's gonna get sadder now. He get angrier. We're getting
Yeah,
we're getting windy
mean-
Griffith.
They're
I don't
parallel,
like
so
the route
Asta's the
Disney.
hope, the despair.
Yeah, he's gonna be Griffith. He's gonna find some egg with a bunch of faces on it soon.
I am interested
Chill,
to see
chill.
what
Chill.
people do.
Yuno go down that route.
Like,
Oh,
what,
on
what type of? I don't
On
know.
a side note,
What
Sam,
type
you
of
better read
development
Berserk
can you
already.
have? Like,
Bro, you haven't read Berserk, my guy?
Sammy's read like
No,
3
so-
manga.
shit, I never read Berserk.
Shut up, I've read more than 3 more.
4, sorry.
Yeah, I've never read Berserk.
Man, you read
Like, where
Berserk.
could they- I wonder, where could and the the remaining members of the Golden Dawn, what can they do now? What is their plan?
Mourn.
That they got? Like,
Have a
Yuno
funeral.
going to
will join up with the Heart Squad, or will he?
Hopefully,
do
he's gonna
something else?
he's gonna figure something out, or they're just gonna
I
like
could-
sit
I could
around.
see different subplots going on at the same time.
I like it. Like, they
You
have
know?
different things going on. My
Like,
thing is,
'cause-
like, Yuno could go with Ralph. It seems
Mhm.
like Ralph went to get Yuno to go
Yeah.
somewhere.
Oh,
So
they,
That's
yeah,
true.
they
like,
could
Yuno-
go. They could infiltrate the Spade Kingdom undercover.
He didn't. Yeah, he also didn't. Zeno didn't recognize at all. So
maybe
he
that
could
is-
go under. He can go undercover and just go into the Spade
Yuno could
Kingdom.
use this opportunity to overtake the Spade Kingdom since he is the prince.
Oh, yeah, what do you guys think
While
about that?
while Vonica, Zeno, all of them are outside trying to take over kingdoms, Yuno could go into the Spade and try to do something over there with Ralph.
Yeah, there's gotta still be
many,
there's gotta
like-
still be people loyal to the previous family.
There's so many people.
But I feel
that
like even
have,
if you take the
demon
people
influence.
away from the Triad, you're gonna need power to defeat them regardless. So it's like,
Yeah, but Yuno lost to 55%, and there's other
Yeah,
people
he
over
did.
there. It's over 50%.
Especially when you got Dante
I
over
don't
there
know.
getting ready to.
I don't think there's
clap
any
on him.
time for training, obviously. Cause
Well, they got 6 more months until Loro dies.
yeah, but like that window already passed.
I
Yeah.
figures-
'Cause right now, the Spade is just going off, just going straight for it.
Well, that's only the time until Loro dies. They have more time after that point.
I don't think
I
Laura's
don't
going
think
to
she's
die.
dying.
Oh, I think she's gonna die.
I feel like she's gonna be a.
I don't think
huge
she's
character
gonna
that
die.
gets killed.
Oh, I'm
here, but I
calling
think
it.
she's gonna die in the future.
The Heart Kingdom would have no leader if she died.
Like, yeah,
there's
they
no-
would. She don't have no hair, nothing. So
No,
well,
you'll
she's
see.
like, well, no, she old enough.
Put Gaia in charge. She'll be.
Oh.
He can be the new boss.
She like 21, I think.
There's no way she's gonna have kids in the next 4 months.
Well, obviously not, because and plus that kid could get a curse too, anyway. So who knows?
And what are your
I don't think
guys'
There's no ship with Laura Pacheco either.
Yeah, there is no shit. There's no person around that could.
Gaja, hello?
The
No,
Astoria
chill,
treatment,
chill,
Astoria.
That's not it.
Hey, what are your guys' opinions on Light Mage's all his Black Clover videos? What was this? You see his
Underrated mage?
Yeah, you
Oh,
see
I
his-
heard about
that
you
dude.
see his
I
new
don't
one?
Watch his videos because I can tell. It's
He
obviously
already
clickbait.
got kicked out of the Dragon Ball community for clickbait. He's gonna doing the same thing.
he's been doing that at Fairy Tail too. Now he's doing Black Clover.
Used to be SS Reek and for Dragon
He
Ball.
was SS Reek?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's-
I remember because back then when Dragon Ball Super was alive and active, I seen some clickbait thumbnails.
all his videos are clickbait.
Wow, so then he
Literally
tried to
every
take
video is
over
clickbait.
His newest one it's
He has,
like
like-
reveals
He does that for
Asta's
Academia,
parents.
too.
What's the gain out of that?
He just it's just money. He's just getting it for the
Growth and-
But what does he
YouTube
actually say in his
revenue.
videos? Does he actually talk about the actual facts or just some bullshit?
He does some theory.
There's
You
no
know,
He
fact.
talks like
Oh, he just
he
theorizes.
talks like a cinder block on in his head.
Yeah, I've watched some of his before. It's just like he'll make out the video and the thumbnail like it's a fact, and then he'll be like, "Guys, we're gonna talk about this idea." And it's like something like his newest one was like,
Yeah.
Yuno reveals Asta's parents. He's got like
Have you
3
seen Spade? Have you
videos.
seen
New
Spade
member
Color?
of the Black Bulls. Yeah, they're
Have you
awful.
seen Happy Dragon
He's
transformation?
Yeah, it was a dude. He put the dragon from Blue Dragon. It's like Happy Dragon form, new fairy tale chapter.
Fairy Tail 100 Quest preview. Fairy Tail 100 Quest opening.
Yeah, he just lies a lot. I get real salty as a. I don't know how you can do that to the community. Just pull them out, and piss them off all the time. Yeah, fuck that guy's videos.
Eating lies, like.
No man, I couldn't do that. I can get like being a little clickbaity, playing like a little bit fast and loose with a title, but straight lying, couldn't do it.
Like Bulls Vice Captain revealed.
New Wizard King revealed. Demon in the Clover Kingdom. It's actually that's just a picture of All Might or something. It's like, sweet man, you did a good job.
You guys read the recent unofficial chapter?
Yeah.
239.
For Black Clover?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I feel like when Yuno was on his knees, like looking at the sun that mirrors when Asta didn't have his arms, and when he was looking at the moon.
Yeah, man, they mirror each other all the time. The Golden Dawn set a defeat at the Golden Dawn.
Because I noticed that from the spoiler raws. Because I was one of the I think I was the first person to notice it really on Twitter. I was like, you notice that symbolism in the background that could mean something for the future. I didn't know whether it was the sun, the moon, day, night. I don't know. But I just noticed that maybe it's a new beginning or a downfall for the Golden Dawn. So who knows?
I'll say new beginning because
that's what I think. I think it's
starting
a new
to become a better leader.
I think this whole event ordained. This is gonna change. I don't know whether for the better or the worse, but either way, he's gonna really do something. I don't know. Yuno's probably gonna be a big part of this arc. I'm pretty sure. But like,
He's gonna have to retake the
I
throne.
hope we get more of his backstory. I feel like we need more info, the details on what happened exactly, like how did everything go down, like a Lumiere type of flashback, basically.
Oh, like one of those.
More stories from Ralph.
Yeah, I would like to see how the whole Spade Kingdom, how they are run before the Triad, and then the whole, the invasion. How did that happen? Because they said that the Triad already knew, like they're already from the kingdom. They already knew everywhere, basically everywhere around the kingdom. Basically, like they already knew everything about them. So that's like obviously they probably the Branch family, I think, or one of those probably related somehow.
Maybe some like aristocrat family that just wanted to take over.
Dante though, he talks like he's not even human.
Yeah, he talks like some demon.
Or he's possessed or something. I don't know. Like the way he was talking, he's kind of like the elves a little bit. The way he was talking like about humans.
Well, I like I really like the idea that each kingdom has their own like different thing, like different species. Like the Clover has the elves. Yeah. Diamond has the dwarves, like maybe the Spade has like I don't know. And what do you think they'd have? Vampires or something?
As the dwarves. Just saying.
Yeah.
Cause this is what we wanted really after that. Because remember when we seen when Julius was talking about the 3 problems, we seen the panel giving a brief description of each kingdom. We was all Baroku was everybody was predicting about each kingdom, the demon, heart, I'm liking the way Tabata is making each kingdom different. I like how Laurel also said how their magic is also different. Clover has unnatural, Diamond they use, experiments or enhancements, and then the Heart uses the natural mana or magic or divine protection, whichever it is. And then Spade is obviously like, demons, So I like the differences between each kingdom. I hope they lean more into that. Not lean more, but like show more of it, like the Heart especially. I want to see more of the Guardians. I need to see all of them in like a whole battle to see how how they bounce off each other.
Oh, that's probably what we're gonna get upcoming against Vanica.
We could get that with Vanica. Who knows?
The Heart. I mean, I feel like you said you want a battle like between the kingdoms.
This is a show of their powers. Like how do obviously you have your fire, your water, obviously, but what makes obviously the runes? But what makes theirs so unique, basically? Like what makes them
The Heart
pop
Kingdom.
out more.
I think theirs is
Obviously,
more
we
just
see
like how
God
much
Bend
more
is
it's more.
perfect, you know, lightning.
I think
But
theirs is just
yeah,
more
it's like
attuned to
a-
nature. I think there's just is like more attuned,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
drawn out
I just
from
want
it.
to see what it show the, I guess you could say, the power or the showmanship, like just show, you know, more on their abilities, you know, like Patra. I think the second guardian that we seen, I don't know, I think Patra, whatever his name is.
Oh yeah,
But
the
I
grass
would
guy,
like to see how his
The
magic
plant
works
dude.
in a battle.
gym leader from Pokemon.
Yeah, basically, I know the comparisons, you know.
What was
But
that
like,
guy's
yeah, I
name?
just want to see a lot of characters go out. Even the captains, I want to see some of them go out all out too, so we can actually gain, you know, more feats, you know, more stuff on them and their powers.
I
Oh.
think we're
How-
going to have a huge fight. I
There's
mean,
a
with
lot
the
of
heart.
potential here for this whole war ordained. There's a lot. I don't know how long it's gonna the pod's gonna drag it on, but this so far it's pretty good content so far that we got. So
Yeah, we got the next fight. Do you think the Vanica one will happen first, or we'll see more of like Dante and Yami?
I feel like the Yami one could happen first.
I
Yeah.
feel like the Heart Kingdom. Was
I
gonna
feel
happen
like
Because
yeah,
it
I
looked
feel
like
they're
he
gonna
was
save
still.
the Vanica one.
Yeah, but I
Like,
think he
Vanica
was.
one-
From what I could tell, that Dante was still in the Spade Kingdom. I would assume.
Yeah,
Maybe he's getting ready
but
to move
okay, I mean the
out.
Vanica one could happen. I feel like that's the more bigger fight, the more drawn out one, because she is going against what, like probably she might go against all the Guardians. She might go against, you know, the Heart Squad and Laurel possibly if she's gonna fight. So I feel like she has the bigger challenge.
Maybe it'll be like
Yeah.
like the start of the Elf
Because I feel
Resurrection
like
arc,
yeah.
where it'll be like, you know, we get into that fight, and then it's like when it
Mhm.
seems like it's getting calmed down, it's just cut scene right over to
Yeah.
Yami getting confronted.
Like I feel like Tabata wants to use
I'd even
this opportunity.
off screen Yami.
I think he
Dude,
wants to use
no.
this opportunity to, like,
No, I do not want to.
Do not. That I remember.
yeah,
I remember
yeah,
when.
I don't see that.
And off screen Yami.
I remember when
Yo, if
Kubo
they
off
screen
screen.
Yami like they did William, I'll be so upset.
Man, I remember.
William's a
When,
different
Tabata's
story.
really good at saving time.
Yeah,
so
well,
that
yeah,
might
there's-
be a way to save time.
William
I
is.
get it, but
William has
this is-
fans, but Yami's like the second most liked character in the series.
But
Yeah, I remember when Kubo off paneled Kenpachi and people lost their shit. That'll happen with the fucking Yami too. They can't do that to Yami. I'll be
Hey, bro.
bummed as hell if Yami gets
if
off
that
screen.
if that happens, man, then
I mean, this
Yeah.
won't be Yami's last fight compared to like
yeah.
that, but he's gonna lose the fight. But we just want to see the Spade Kingdom's powers at the very least.
Yeah, we want to see at least
Oh,
what
yeah.
Dante's. Yeah.
Dante, we can't. I
But
mean,
who knows?
actually, you know that'll
But
make me double mad. So then we didn't even get to see Dante on screen. It's just like beaten up afterwards.
Yeah.
That'll be a way for Tabata to keep Dante's magic a secret even longer and
No.
save time.
Bro, I like the gravity theory. I feel like
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense.
I get more hyped
So we
when
go
we
Shiki
know a little
and
bit
Black
out of him.
Clover now.
Oh, is Shiki pulling
said
up
what?
in there? She's running all over the place.
Yo, but on a serious note, Black Clover's 5-year anniversary is apparently
Is it upcoming?
Yeah.
and the manga's on break.
Oh,
That's good. Tabata needs a rest. Dude works hard.
Mhm.
We're probably gonna get a color cover page the week after it comes back, since it's its 5-year anniversary.
Hope so.
nice.
That might
And the
mean
ending
that
is
might mean a
right.
new it might mean a new poll too. New poll soon.
New character
You
poll.
know number one. Hey, everybody, bro, you know number one. That's character. Right?
Hey, if you know his number one, that would be dope.
I hope that Zeno just overtakes him. Just put him up there.
Oh,
I would
Zeno,
Put
right.
Zeno top 10.
top 5.
Top.
Because
top
Austin's
get him.
just so likable.
I
Like,
can
John
it's
see
was
hard.
gonna win
Oh yeah,
number
Austin.
one.
Yeah, I love Austin.
But
He's
nah,
great.
You know,
for
deserves
this
number
particular thing, I think it's gonna. I think Asa's. I don't think he's gonna be. He probably be top 3, but I don't think he'll be. I mean, it depends. It could because Asa hasn't gotten much screen time in this new arc, besides the fortress and some heart chapters with him and Leo and the rest. So
I don't know, man. That flex when
Zeno's
he
been
when he
getting
was
the most screen time so far this arc.
When he got that flex on the Spade dude,
Yeah,
and had that
like a
massive
nice-
black divider. That's the most. That's to me. That's like the
Yo,
most hype part so
I hope
far.
Sekre gets
Oh, Seki, yes.
in the top 5.
Seki, yes.
No, not Seke. What the fuck,
Seki's-
Sekre?
Seki,
Nero.
No, Asta is definitely getting number 2. Yami's
No,
still getting-
Nero was on the volume cover for 23, and
You
if
think
the
Yami-
poll is recent, like, let's
You think
go.
Yami will overtake Asa for the next one?
Yeah.
Yami?
Probably.
You know, I hope that happens in that chapter. It's like Yami defeated.
Depends what we get next chapter.
But I feel like Zeno gonna be top 5 for sure.
I do not think Zeno is gonna be top 5. I don't think that like people.
Either.
'cause Inherently, he's just a character that doesn't talk much, and then got a little bit crazy after being Like,
Listen, we
He-
haven't
he's
even
not-
seen his hands yet. He's a mystery. We
We
saw-
We did see his hand.
It was a glove.
We-
It was a glove. It could be a
Oh,
prosthetic.
oh, dwarf demon.
I don't
that's
know,
next
bruh.
up right there.
Oh my! That actually, you know what? I really like that.
Dwarf demon.
Dwarf.
I
demon.
really like that.
Yeah.
It's like
Or
huge
demon.
horns and huge wings, but they're like 3 feet tall. They're just angry. Some angry little. like,
You
jack-
see what
Bro.
Jared Punch just said in the chat?
No, what did he
Aston,
say?
you know, combo magic demon dweller sword, black spirit of Zephyr.
Wouldn't that cancel
Yo,
it out
I'm
though?
ready for another Asa and Yuno like tag team fight.
Oh,
Their
yeah.
fight, their fight together is so light.
All the way that Tabata always draws them like opposite end to each other is fantastic.
That's what I'm saying. They're like the
Bro,
greatest.
I'm waiting
Wait,
for the
what?
combination. Like, you know when they actually combine, like, fucking...
Wait a second.
Vegeta and Goku?
Hold on. What'd you say?
Fusion.
You say best?
Fusion, yeah, fusion.
Do you say best
Yeah.
rivalry?
Asa Yuno fusion right here.
You say
They
that-
each have one has a
Oh,
horn, one has a
How-
crown on
how
either
would they even
side.
do
Like, come
I
on.
mean, they could probably
Fusion.
do combo magic when they can't because Asa's in.
Yeah, it'll cancel it out. I mean, they can
Yeah, so-
they can like combo like attacks like he does something and then they follow up. I can't combine their spells together.
Yeah,
But
Yuno can't turn it
unless
against Asa.
unless because Asta draws his anti magic out of the sword to do his black
Oh
form.
yeah, he could.
What if he pulled it out enough to turn it white?
Ooh,
he just
that'd be pretty
fully
cool.
pulled it out
White
there.
demon sword?
I
What's
just,
Like,
just imagine like fully black deformed Asta, but with white swords. Do you like fuck? That sounds goat as hell.
Mm.
Mmm.
it could be similar from when he used Noel's magic against Mars.
You said what? Noel Mars?
It could be similar to when he used Noel's magic against Mars, like
yeah.
when he gave it like.
Yeah,
Like the
I can see that.
anti-magic
Yeah, I guess if he
properties.
uses the demon dweller and absorbs it and then shoots it back out.
Maybe.
Mm.
Yo, but Rax, thanks for the stream. I do actually have to go get food.
Yeah, right, Sammy. I know what you're doing. I
Nice
heard
meet-
I
nice
heard
meeting you.
Renfamous in the background.
Oh, shut up.
I know what you're
Oh, thanks,
doing.
guys.
You see
Nice to
Sammy.
meet you all.
Man,
See
who?
ya.
Somebody
See
say
ya.
somebody say
See-
you
see
know and
y'all on
Asta were
Twitter.
the best rivalry. Is this currently? I don't know about all time.
Yeah.
Currently in Shonen
I
Jump, sure.
called Asa and Yuno the best rivalry in Shonen a long time ago.
Ooh,
And I'm
Shonen total? Hell no. No, I'm sticking.
With, like,
Dude, I'm going like
I mean, you got.
yeah,
I mean, you
Kaiba.
got
To
go
me,
through
I don't
it.
know. Personally, I don't think Kaiba's ever going to be topped as a rival in Shonen. Dude is just too awesome. I love Kaiba too
I need to
much.
watch more Yu-Gi-Oh.
Dude, Kaiba's a
Talking about-
goddamn thug.
I said
He
the
is a thug.
Wait, I'm confused. What are you talking about, right?
I talked about
Said
rivalries in general. Kaiba and Atem, or Kaiba slash or Atem slash Yugi and Kaiba. Dude,
Kaiba and Yugi.
Kaiba and Yugi, Kaiba and Yugi, like they will reincarnate and find each other and become rivals again.
And Kaiba would lose every single time. Like,
Yeah, but he pushes him every single time they ever fight. That's what. Yeah, because Yugi's the
He beat
top
him,
guy in
like,
all of
The
Yu-Gi-Oh.
second time they played, he beat him.
He had to cheat. Are you talking about Duelist Kingdom? He had to
Yeah,
cheat.
Yeah, he cheated.
He had to cheat.
How's that cheating?
He had to force
I
his
feel
hand.
like Yugi
He just-
He was gonna.
Just right.
Yugi was gonna
like,
win, and then he was gonna win, and then Kaiba was like, if you do that, it's the attack is the shock was gonna blow me off the edge of this ledge.
How's
And
that
I'll die.
cheating? He didn't mess with
He had to force his
cards
hands.
or his deck.
I mean, he had to force. He didn't win through strategy. Well, I guess that's technically strategy, but still.
Is that not a strategy?
If you want to count that, I don't count that because like it's duel. He's got to beat him in a fair card game. But either way,
Duel monsters.
man, I don't think Kaiba's ever gonna get topped as a rival. Kaiba's too awesome. And like, well, even looking at like early Kaiba to like where he became, especially, he was just like some piece of shit school bully with a lot of money. He's building like Saw style death traps for like $80 million and harassing people with the mob for trading cards. The guy was too
Never
crazy.
understood why him and Yugi even went to the same school because Kaiba's rich. That never made sense.
Oh, he
to me.
went to he was still in high school at the time. He just went to school normally.
Why would he be in the same like public school that like Yugi and Joey?
I
are
don't
in?
know. I don't
If
question
he's
Kaiba. Oh, he also likes to he also likes to flex on people that he's better than them. He in GX he
Makes sense.
funds
Oh, yeah.
he funds interstellar exploration and travel so he could find aliens, teach them how to duel, and then beat them to show he's better than them.
No fucking way.
Yeah, dude, Kaiba's an
What a
asshole.
fucking savage.
He
Bro,
What a
he
fucking
also
savage.
funds teaching monkeys how to duel, and then invents technology to convert their thoughts into like audio speech, and that so he could name one after Joey. Kaiba's
Oh
just,
my
Kaiba's just an
God.
asshole.
What a savage.
Dude,
I like
Kaiba,
it.
yeah,
Oh
Kaiba's a brute, and you need to watch Dark Side of Dimensions, where he invents technology that can turn holograms into reality, and he talks about how if he ever met the person who made like the universe, he would fire them for doing a mediocre job.
Wow.
Dude is too crazy. I love Kaiba too much. I don't know.
Big,
Like-
big fan.
I'm a
Teenager?
Kaiba stan forever. Can't help it. Dude's too cool.
Yeah. My boy Rax here was so upset when I told him.
Oh my god.
Boss.
Kaiba is smarter than everybody in that group. He's done bullshit, crazy like inventions, and you're putting him against. It's like, oh, he lost to Senku. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
It's
didn't watch this movie.
Senku's over there making drones and cell phones, and Kaiba's over here like making cross-dimensional travel and like.
Senku made
All-
a
Kaiba has
movie in
access to
Stone
way
World,
more
like-
tech. Senku doesn't have anything.
I mean,
except
he's
for just a
smart,
bunch
but I'm
of
just like,
funny-
you can't put him
Senku doesn't
smarter than
have anything.
Kaiba.
What?
He's smart.
So, like he doesn't have anything to work with. Kaiba has technology to work with.
I mean,
Exactly.
yeah, but
That's
he made stuff like beyond human comprehension. I mean, he invented it. He didn't
needs to
have stuff.
understand how Kaiba made it, and then he can remake it. He's
He can't. That's like saying
Yeah,
he would if he could
that's
like
all
study
Senku's
under
good at,
Doctor
is
Doom.
making things that have already been made.
No, he invented all
he's
that.
in a stone world. There's nothing there, so he has to remake everything.
But
that
he
happened.
knows how to do it. He knows how to do stuff that's like logically like in real life. I'm saying Kaiba's done stuff that's like beyond what
There is
humans
nobody who's
fathom.
gonna make a cell phone logically in the stone world.
You put if you gave somebody the supplies, I'm sure they could figure something
Seems
out.
like
But
Kaiba could do it.
Kaiba would do it, and then he would make a better cell phone, and then he would bully Senku. He would harass him.
He would bully.
Oh, he's
Senku wouldn't be bullied.
He's a
but
huge bully.
Kaiba knows how to fight. I think Kaiba knows martial arts.
Oh, Kaiba. Yeah, there's a part when they go to Duelist Kingdom. They don't have it in the anime, which makes me sad. Is some dude tries to pull a gun on him, and then he puts a card in front of the hammer on a revolver, and then he breaks his finger and throws him in the ocean and tells them that they should pray to at least be eaten by some expensive fish, and then leaves.
Kaiba flex is hard though. I'm not gonna.
Oh,
lie.
dude, Kaiba's a monster. He's got ridiculous power levels too. He's just crazy. Kaiba's a fucking madman. He changed the future at one point because his ego wouldn't let Destiny decide what he does. Kaiba's insane.
It's like my favorite Kaiba moment right there.
Did you watch Dark Side of Dimensions, where his ego overpowers
I haven't seen.
that one guy has a relic that can reforge the universe, and Kaiba withstands it with just his ego. Kaiba's ridiculous. Kaiba's a monster, man.
The only thing I know about Dark Side of Dimensions is from Duel Links. like,
Dude,
from the app.
that's like my
That game
favorite
was
anime
fun.
movie.
That game was fun.
I can't. Kaiba's like my favorite. Yuno's great, but I can't ever see somebody better than Kaiba. You know, I was very
No, I'm
sad
talking
in.
about the rivalry of Asta and Yuno.
I think they're
Like,
great,
that
but Yugi and Kaiba though. I mean, that's like every time they push each other, their rivalry literally transcends life and death, time.
I feel
I mean, they
Yuno-
did.
Yuno
Well, they haven't
just
really
feel like
fought
him
yet.
and Kaiba-
They push each other, but they don't have it like this much. It's more of like a respect thing than straight battling constantly. And Kaiba at the start was just trying to kill him. He was straight trying to murder his ass for trading cards.
And he still failed. I don't think
I mean,
until,
yeah,
like,
that's because like Yugi is the top duelist in like the entire Yu-Gi-Oh multiverse. Though he's a fucking he controls gods. He's ridiculous. Too OP.
I forgot his real name.
Atem. Well, Atem.
Yeah.
Atem is Yugi's the reincarnation of Atem, and then Kaiba is the reincarnation of the priest Seto. And anytime one is reincarnated, the other will reincarnate, and they'll seek each other out.
Yeah.
Because at the end of Dark Side of Dimensions, he takes an ancient relic and his space station, combines it, goes to the Egyptian afterlife to challenge a motherfucker to play cards. Dude's goddamn insane.
Dude, obsessed with the children's card game.
It's a very serious card game. I was so sad in Jump Force that you didn't have like Kaiba teach Bakugo how to bully better. Just teach him how to. It's like, listen, if that guy's not crying every time he sees you, you're not doing good enough. Just bully the fuck out of him. Yuno's great though. I love Yuno. I'm very happy over the recent Yuno chapters though, because it just shuts any of the people that Yuno's a Gary Stu. He's got no emotions. It instantly just disproves that.
Yeah, all that Yuno hate, it just irritated.
Well, what I don't think what a lot of people got is Yuno's the opposite of Asta. Asta's like, he started out very loud. He was very kind of immature, very childlike. But it's like all the adventures are maturing him, and he's becoming more grown up from it. But where it's like Yuno is very quiet. He was already mature. His is more about him kind of interacting with other people, because he was only nice to Asta, and then he kind of, when we saw his fight with Rill, and he was very happy fighting him. The only time we've ever seen him kind of break out of that shell was with Asta. Now we've seen he's closer with what was the Golden Dawn, and now where he's at.
I hope at least the young ones are still alive, like to carry on that new generation.
Listen, Klaus is alive, so I'm happy. It's all her card. Klaus is amazing. I really look forward to like Captain and Klaus Vice Captain.
I still don't see it.
Come on, Klaus Vice Captain, man. I just love the ideas. You had this guy who he was the first one to get converted over to believing in Austin. That's why I wanted to be. That's why I wanted to be the Vice Captain. Oh shit.
The coronavirus death toll hits 805.
Well, they say that China is like hiding a bunch of the actual numbers.
Yeah.
Well,
China can't.
Well, China's covering it up.
See, misinformation. China doesn't. They don't mess with that.
Well,
still an overhyped virus.
Rumors.
I mean, it came out of where their biochemical facility was.
Yeah.
It's all super suspicious.
I wonder how it's like to live in China with their.
Well, I think the over blown out of proportions. I think that they're just making it seem like, because they have barricades now, and if you try and cross these barricades, you get shot.
Oh God.
So they're just like straight executing people. It's getting crazy, and they show up to people's houses like that they think are infected with like these cubes and put them in there, and they made a bunch of makeshift hospital rooms, and they have bars on the windows, and they lock from the outside. It's super suspicious.
I feel bad for anybody that was in China.
Did we get Justina out of there before she landed, or she stuck over there?
Oh, Justina got out of there.
Did she? I don't know. I know she was going to China, and then all that happened. I assume that she got turned around.
Is she in New York right now?
I don't know. Hey, Fade, man, you getting to hold that hand? I worked it over for you.
Oh, the hand thing.
That was good. I got a good chuckle out of that.
Maybe.
This is the first step. You just gotta every time we just gotta up the bar one slight amount more, and eventually you'll have her, man. We got a plan. I hope she didn't land in China. I think they're sending people that aren't native Chinese people though away. I'm not sure.
I mean, I think that's a good thing.
Oh yeah, it's crazy over there.
Don't go to China, people. Don't go to China.
Well, luckily, Horikoshi didn't reveal that one dude was also like infecting people with a virus.
Oh
you
my
see all that
God.
shit, dude? Fucking My Hero fans trying to cancel their own guy. I can't believe that.
So
My
bad.
hero
Hori situation is crazy.
Yeah,
I feel bad for Hori, bro.
this is. I mean, they had the Attack on Titan stuff, and then the Horikoshi stuff. Who else has got like super controversy?
Yeah.
Hori's was
Attack on
dumb.
Titan still.
Attack on Titans is like still a case like
Yeah.
happens, and then you can tell they just haven't read it. Just stupid people being
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah, Attack on Titan manga next. Like even the anime this fall, that anime might. Oh, speaking of my anime list, do you guys know who it's number one right now? Or like number
Oh,
one?
interspecies reviewers.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Hell
what's
yeah.
The, what's the hype about that?
Oh my
It's
goodness.
because
So I think
Funimation had
Next
it, they
topic.
licensed it, and then it was. I mean, it's pretty much hentai, and then people were like, "This is just hentai." And they're like, "Oh my god, we totally didn't know," and then they're like, they canceled it.
Funimation also have.
They got like High School
Destiny of
DxD.
the Devil?
They got a lot of shit.
yeah, but
So
interspecies
why
is
take that
like
off?
literally hentai. Like
Yeah, there's like
it-
straight fucking in it.
It's literally hentai.
But
Like if you watch the first episode, it's literally hentai.
But they were trying to censor it, and then so people got mad, and then they just people kept ranking it 10 out of 10 until it made number one.
I don't know why
Yeah,
would
there's
they
a
take it off
YouTuber.
now?
There's a YouTuber named Nuxtaku, and he kept on.
Is he the
pushing
one
the
that did
agenda.
that?
Mhm.
Huh?
I didn't know he's the one that did that. That makes me laugh. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, he pushed the
Too
agenda.
much
Like,
sense.
everybody voted 10 out of 10, and then it just kept on rising and rising. Like, oh,
That shit was so fun. That's hilarious. I don't know how anybody thought that was gonna not be hentai. The whole premise, this guy's like, I'm gonna fuck all these different species and then give reviews on them.
oh yeah.
And
And then in Japan,
I got
they, they took it off like their TV, like the general TV.
why was it on TV? It's just like it seems like this series like nobody just pays it any attention. Because this had to be
Yeah.
a manga or something for a while, and then it's like, oh, it's gonna get an anime, and then how do they skip over this? I'm very curious.
Bro, in the first like 5 minutes, it's very, very obvious that it is pretty much hentai.
And I saw some dude like
I
cooking
got-
eggs on
I
some
got
fire
peeped
chick's
it.
titties. I gotta check it out at some point.
I gotta check it out.
Man.
First episode, you say? Gotcha. I see High School DxD, so I know.
I was laughing because like, could canceling that series technically be racist? That sounds like the most acceptance show ever.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah, this guy doesn't care what your race is. He just wants to fuck all these chicks.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the most accepting guy I've ever heard.
exactly.
That shit was so funny. We need
Bro.
some. We've
And then my anime basically lost all its legitimacy from it too.
Oh, my
Everybody
anime
now
list.
realizes-
My anime list is already like kind of wonky. That's like fucking Anime News Network. They're like the CBR. They're awful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolute
like I was
trash.
okay with FMA Brotherhood being number one because it's my favorite anime, but
There's no card games in it though. How am I supposed? There's no card. I can't deal with this alchemy thing. Now, if they were dueling,
Who's the card?
how many Blue Eyes White Dragons are in it?
it's basically a duel.
Man, there's no Blue Eyes White Dragons in it. How am I supposed to get into this?
There's a green monster thing that looks gross and has a bunch of eyes and head.
Oh, which one? Oh, oh my god, which one is that? I'm trying to remember. I haven't watched Brotherhood forever. It's
It's
been a couple
Envy.
years. Is it? Oh yeah, Envy was like the weird eyeball T-Rex. Oh, he's because I watched the original. Well, what is the fake anime original, and then the Brotherhood's the real one. That's a case of mistaken identity with that shit. Confusing. I'm trying to remember them all. I think like
I don't-
Pride was the little shadow guy, right? And then Wrath was actually Bradley.
Yeah.
It's been forever.
Spoilers, people.
It's like 15 years old. They're fine. They're fine.
Spoilers.
Listen, if you're this late to the
I'm
game,
I'm
They-
just-
there are very few series that old that I'm just like, I won't spoil Code Geass, I guess. If that's something I'll never
Oh
spoil.
yeah.
Can't spoil. You know what? I will say one small spoiler, only because it's hilarious. Is I was rewatching it with a friend of mine a couple years ago, and we were high as shit, and we're watching it, and we got to the part in season 2 with Rolo and Shirley, and we 100% forgot she died. And it was such a surprise, but we thought it was so fucking funny, because neither of us remembered until it happened. We're like, oh, she's fine. She's gonna join up. and then just next scene bloodied
I
on
was
the
so
floor.
upset when that happened.
Oh, I
Like,
still
Curly-
hate Rolo. I still hate Rolo for that.
Oh yeah, I hate Rolo, bro.
I despise Rolo. I can't believe he did that. It made me so angry.
Would you spoil the Berserk?
Oh,
Spoiler?
dude, no, I
That's
can't.
been long ago.
I can't
I mean-
spoil, but it's because you don't expect a lot of stuff in Berserk. It's just like, oh, cool, it's some fantasy thing, and then it starts to get heavier, and then it's like, what's up with this weird lunar eclipse thing? So why's this bat guy got a boner? It's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, that was next level.
Things get a little darker.
It was so good.
You
Yo,
read
I saw the list you sent, bro. Marileona stronger than Queen of the Witches?
Marillion stronger than who?
The Queen of the Witches.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't
Did you?
know. That's not what I said. That's the list
Oh,
that.
oh yeah. CBR sucks. CBR.
Yeah, EBR.
Did you see the Quartet Knights manga where Marileona just casually one shots Third Eye Vito? Mighty. That Marileona even stronger.
Yeah,
Even
I'm
more
kind of like
powerful.
iffy about Marileona's strength at the moment, cause like William's an arcane mage, Yami's a mage, and I don't think Marileona is an arcane mage. So
I don't think so. I mean, her magic. She has like she can burn regular fire, which is good, but she hasn't done a whole lot with it. And if it wasn't for her mana zone, I don't think she would be nearly as effective. Because like her Caldus Brachian Barrage is what makes her broken. Because she can just hold somebody in one spot and then just.
I mean, the fact that she's able to, eviscerate different elements.
Yeah.
I mean, with just fire magic.
Do you think Tears can evolve? Do you think you could have like a guy
say
go?
what?
Do you think have they ever stated that like magic can evolve, like go from one tier to another?
Didn't the guy say that like
Yeah,
I
that
think it can.
Mimosa
Did he?
rose in tears.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe Marileona will. I guess.
I think she's already tier 0.
Because
Oh yeah,
gonna go-
I can
that
see her
riot,
tier 0.
like, it just shows like the way she was just getting rid of each element, like ice,
Yeah. It's
water,
like when I was just gonna
lightning.
pull me back to me
Yeah.
arguing with somebody about Natsu being arcane again, and just
So
driving me insane.
yeah, she's pretty broken.
Asta is dark tier. They already said this. She's not arcane.
is
She's
it
not arcane.
isn't arcane the official translation?
Arcane's the official translation of dark.
Yeah.
Dark tier?
Yeah,
Really?
Dark
Arcane is
that's the official arcane.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just finding that out now. I'm gonna.
Gotta keep up the officials, man.
Bro, I just read and then move on.
No, the fan translations since the huge crackdown, the fan translations have been like super wonky lately.
Yeah.
Did you check out any of like
Uh,
cause you had like Manga Stream and you had like all these other groups way back with like Manga Panda and a bunch of other ones, but the ones lately have just been popping up and they've been super weird. There was like a Kimetsu no Yaiba one where some guy said something and Kanroji was like, "Don't be so gay about that." It's like, what the fuck?
Wow.
I can't remember.
Do you guys know what chapter that was?
It's like 229, I think, when she explains the stages. I think it's like 229.
So CBR put Rades as the 7th weakest character in Black Clover.
What? They can
What?
eat shit. He's got true magic.
Dude, he's OP, bro.
He's got true magic and he can't die. He's OP as hell.
But Finral was the 3rd weakest in Black Clover.
Oh my-
Who's the third weekend?
Here's the thing about
But
Finral.
Finral
Here's
is-
the thing about Finral. If Finral wanted to, he could straight, because his magic, as long as he could see it, he could put you there. He could straight teleport someone to like the cloud layer and just drop them from there. Finral's not weak. Get that.
You could just put stuff inside of you or take stuff out of you if you really wanted to.
Second
He would
is,
have to see inside of
weakest.
him, so it would just have to be chicks he's banged. So
No,
that's-
because he was able to
Has he
put food
teleported?
inside of Luck's stomach in that one episode.
Was that canon? I don't know if that's canon.
I doubt anybody slept with Finral, bro.
Listen, Finral's a goat. He's getting it. I believe
he
in him.
has one girl though. He has
Yeah.
a girl.
He only has one girl now. He's trying to hook up chicks like near the start of the series. He's trying to be loyal now.
Because he thought he had no chance with that girl, but now
Oh,
they're
he's
official.
Well, yeah, but he was trying to smash other chicks. Maybe he did.
And he failed.
Listen, don't be doubting my boy Finral. Just give him time. Finral's gonna be prime ladies man by the end of this arc. You just see Vanika's gonna step out. She's gonna say, "I'm gonna fight all you guys," and then here comes Finral. He's like, "Guys, I got this." He's gonna convert her with charm.
Basically every ship in Black Clover.
What?
Like basically everybody.
Everybody's what?
I like how basically everybody already has a ship in Black Clover. A ship.
Yeah.
Who's Jack's ship? Just
the
unsuspecting
one-
women at night.
Anna.
I don't know who.
Oh, for some reason, people ship Dorothy with
That one's Anna.
Nozell and Dorothy get
and
shipped.
Nozel makes sense.
I mean,
Marileona get shipped with Vito. Yami's got Charlotte.
No, Raya. No, Marileona and Raya makes more sense than Marileona.
What?
and Vito.
No way. She would make more sense with Raya because she already said that. Like, what was her thing?
She makes more sense with Raya than Beth
I don't know about that. Why would she make more sense with Raya?
because Beto's a little kid now.
I mean, he's
and Raya.
I mean,
and
he's
her have
he's got a younger body,
interesting
but
banter back and forth.
yeah, but they're like the primary. They're like these two beast fighters. I can see it. Or who else was I thinking of?
Opposites to track, bro.
Maybe Gaja.
Opposites to track.
I don't know. I think it'd be weird. I mean, it could be, but I don't think they talk to each other. But shouldn't she say? There's like a whole page that in one of the volumes where it talks about like their preferences. I think Marileona said like a guy that can withstand fighting her or something. I have to look for it. It's in one of the extras. But
Withstand fighting her. I don't know who. Maybe Jack.
there you go. Yeah, put that there.
There you go.
Perfect. I'm trying to think who else would be good. I mean, we haven't seen it. Maybe one of the Spirit Guardians. I assume there's going to be a fire one. I assume.
Got to keep the bloodline pure for the Vermilion.
The only fire people. Bring them up there.
Exactly.
Oh, man. I believe in him. I believe in Marileona. What do you think is going to be the next? Who do you think we're seeing next post-time skip? I just want to see Zora already. I need to see Zora.
Too.
I want to know what he's got. Zora's got like the fucking... I need to see like what crazy new spells he's got.
Trap magic with runes.
Well, I want to see him with like a... Like he doesn't have... So for the one thing he lacks is he doesn't have like a big move. Some big trap.
That's true.
He should have one where it's like absorbs and stockpiles and then he can drop it all.
Damage doesn't kind of the big move.
Yeah, him kind of like.
He's got his reflect one. But what if he had like what if he had one that stockpiled it and he could just absorb spells and then eventually drop it all on one trap?
Just like save it.
Yeah.
That'd be cool too.
That'd be sick. Because that also played his whole like tactician style. Because it's all
I
up to
want
what
to
he
see
decides.
if Julius. I want to see if Julius is like still Wizard King technically.
I feel like it's gonna be someone else. I know Josuke wants Nozel, but I got my money on Fuego.
Yeah, Fuego.
I think Fuego's
It's
gonna be sitting on the
definitely-
throne. Broku, why did
I
you
don't
link
get the
these?
We're gonna
detail.
Spirit dive Fuego this arc.
Oh hell yeah! Spirit Dive Fuego. I was looking at these damn stupid CBR lists. Awful. I'm gonna look again.
So bad.
Dude, I don't see. There was one that I saw. There was one I saw specifically because I clicked it and it caught me out. It was like a fairy tale one. It was like, oh, fights we want to see again. And one was like Natsu and Gajil. I'm like, that happened. That happened like 4 months ago. You guys motherfuckers aren't reading
Wait,
shit.
hold on.
What?
Wait.
What?
Hold on.
Hmm.
Oh, strongest Black Bull members. They have Noel number 2.
They have Noel at number 2. No, Asta's number 2. Noel 3. Charmy at 4. I don't know about that.
Asa's number 2.
They have.
I think Charmy's stronger than Noel.
They have
That's
Sekri
interesting.
at 6. Oh, Henry. I mean, Henry with the base, I would put way higher up. I'd put him way higher up on there.
Yeah.
Listen.
I feel like Sekirei is not like an overpowering opponent. She's strategic.
I mean,
And
she's
she
a
has hacks too.
she's a real good support.
Yeah.
We just don't know the
They
full
put Mad
extent.
Mom above Zora.
Oh,
my
where'd they
God.
put Zora?
They put Zora at like 10.
Zora down at like 10.
What?
Ridiculous.
Disrespecting my boy.
Like,
I mean, Zora,
and
like,
Zora fought.
even if his spells, like, he's got to set him up, he's got the body trap always. He's always got that one set up just in case. He's reflecting any normal attack sent
Zora
at him.
is stronger than Magna. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here
Right.
with that.
And we've already seen that his spells are strong enough to reflect. The thing is that I don't go into like the whole I'm thinking of like fucking chatting with Sosa, that dumb shit where it's like, well, if you haven't seen the limit, there's no limit. And it's like, well, you can scale shit, but we do know that his reflection should at least up to like 20 times or 20, because it was any of those elves that he fought, she could probably easily just beat him, but he had all 5 of their attacks all at once, and he reflected it 4 times. So it should be at least 20 times, or 20 times his own strength, something like that with his reflection capabilities. But we've already seen stuff like he can reflect. He can reflect Noel's water dragon. So his level of reflection is ridiculous. So I'm not putting it at 10.
Way higher than anything Magna could put out.
And especially like he's really good at playing head games with people. He's good at baiting people like into his traps. He's not just like setting stuff up and hiding. I'm not putting him at 10. It's ridiculous.
Does like reflection still work against like a physical attack? Like if Luck or someone else tried to actually rush him?
I think it would, because the magic is on their body, so I assume it would affect. Maybe it would just like bounce their spell back at him when they hit it, just like point blank. I assume it
like
would.
Luck goes to kick him. Does he just like kick himself, or he just bounces off of him? Like,
I think he would bounce off, because as long as it's magic, it'd be like hitting a physical object, like a mirror or something.
That almost kind of wasted his spell though at that point, because it didn't do any damage. It just kind of was.
I mean, yeah, that's probably how you counter him or something. You just be, play fast and loose with his traps.
Yo, it's crazy. Vanessa like has the most broken magic ever technically, and she's like doesn't do anything.
Well, Vanessa's is with her fate manipulation. It's like a redo. I think a lot of people overhype it. It's not like she can just fully control fate. It's just like a reset. Just gives them an extra chance.
Yeah.
It's just defensive fate manipulation.
Yeah, but the fact that like nothing you can do can affect the Black Bulls for
a short period of time. Yeah.
It's not unlimited, but it's still a crazy ability.
Oh yeah,
the
that's
only
a really
thing you
good
can do
support.
is BFR the Black Bulls.
But like as soon as you, I was arguing with someone the other day, because they're like saying that Rouge is like indestructible. I don't know where they're getting this idea that you can't mess with this cat, even though it went out of its way to dodge Asta's sword. I mean, as long as you take Rouge out, I mean, you should be fine. Is there what's her most that she's used her Rouge in like one instance? So I know like the first time she used it a couple times. I'm just trying to remember.
Against the elves, like they were kind of panicking a little bit against the elves, because Vanessa used it a bunch because they were getting smoked.
I'm trying to remember. I think there was a statement when they were leaving the glamour world. I think there was like some statement that she had to use it like multiple times. I think it was multiple times while the attacks were going off. That I gotta find it. I don't know. I can't think of any specific number. I know a couple times though. But I think she also said it was like a very taxing spell. Like it definitely had like a good drain on it. Cause it's a really good one, so I can believe that she can't use it a ton.
She'll be a very important person to fight with Yami if she was with Yami and Dante.
Oh, I wonder if they're gonna say anything to Vanessa, because now that I think about it, with her magic, like, it wouldn't surprise me if she was arcane as well. Because we know that hers is pretty special. Hers is very specific. Because the Witch Queen was hyping it up too. I could see her being arcane just because of the extent of it. What do you think?
I don't know. She seems way too weak. I feel like you have to be at a certain strength.
Well, no, because Sekri's arcane and she's not very powerful. She just has hacks.
Yeah. She's like, what, stage 6? Something like that? Stage 6 arcane?
Yeah, she says stage 6 in like combat, but because her magic is so weird and it was affected by forbid magic. Because to me, the arcane seems to just be like the wild card, just like really weird. like just like because like even if like Williams is plants, but it's world tree. It's not just tree. It's like a
Yeah.
special variation. I'm trying to think, who else do we? How many characters do we know? Because other than that, it's like forbid magic, double stuff. I can see hers. She's the only one that I can see otherwise out of the Black Bulls, just because the whole fate manipulation seems really broken, very unique.
Where
Yeah.
did you guys read the official translation?
They come. Do you go to Viz? Because theirs is all on their
I
site.
read on this.
So
Yeah.
you want the Viz? All right, I'm gonna.
Yeah,
Viz.
I'll post a link for you. Gotta get that subscription,
But yeah,
man.
they always have like those last like 3 or 4 for free.
Yeah,
And I think even if you want the subscription, it's like
it's $2 a month.
or something.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
When does it come out? The no, it comes out on Sunday.
Yeah,
right?
Sundays.
Official?
Like Sunday afternoon. Like
Oh no,
around,
they drew it back.
Eastern
They pulled it back. It's 7 o'clock Pacific time, and then 10 o'clock West Coast or East Coast. So they pulled it back 5 hours for I don't know what reason. We're getting,
okay.
and then pull out more. Did you guys read Guardian of the Witch?
Yeah, I read the first chapter.
I like it. I think it's got a lot of potential.
Yeah, it's good.
I like the main character and the main female have some pretty good synergy. They got a lot going on. I'm curious to know what the large scope is. I'm sad that it looks like because it seemed pretty well received, but I was sad that Zipman doesn't seem to be doing well. It's like ranked last right now. Some of these new ones, because they have like that.
You tried Mashley.
Mash. That's the gag one, right? Magic One Punch Man. Right?
Yeah.
That one's
I think
pretty
it's pretty
funny.
good so far.
Yeah, it seems pretty. It's got some good chuckles in there. And then, have you read Undead Unluck? Do you need to check that? You need to check that series.
First
out.
2 chapters I've read.
It's pretty ridiculous so far. I like it a lot. I like
Yeah.
that and like
pretty
Chainsaw
funny.
Man they're so weird. They're such wild cards in the magazine. We're looking forward to the next one. They're going to Russia. They do some weird shit. I'm looking forward. I was very happy. Tabata was on the Guardian of the Witch agenda, trying to push that too. Gotta be forcing that up as well. I'm hoping it does well. What?
Who made Guardian of the Witch? Who made Guardian of the Witch?
I don't know the guy's name, but he was a former assistant to Tabata. That's why Tabata's on the agenda. It's kind of like, I think the easiest way to describe it's kind of like Magic Attack on Titan.
Interesting.
So,
Anything
seems
compared
like
to Attack on Titan has high praises in my.
I mean, from like the setting, there's only one chapter, so I can't really be like writing stuff. It's got a similar setting.
Fair enough.
The main character's pretty cool. He has a little bit of an Eren vibe because like the whole thing is their military is kind of useless because they just rely on like witches to fight all these monsters. So they kind of just join the military to be in the military. But the main character's family got killed by one of these monsters, so he's like he doesn't want to rely on the witches because the witches didn't help and the soldiers were all useless. So he became like an actual capable person.
Oh yeah.
So he's actually got
This manga does sound interesting. Not gonna
it's
lie.
pretty cool so far. It's only got one chapter. Chapter 2 should be out tomorrow. I think it's pretty good. I like it. I like the main character. I like the little foreshadowing a little bit with his name. I'm guessing with Fafnir. We'll see.
Yeah, anything comparing to my favorite character of all time, my favorite manga.
Seki.
of all time, I'm all for it.
Favorite Seki. I believe in it. I think I'm hoping for it. I'm happy that Tabata's is helping the push train. I don't think there's anything else new coming up for a bit, but I think Undead Luck is pretty well received too. Zipman unfortunately looks like it's ranked bottom. Doesn't have that indestructible Kishimoto shield that Samurai 8 has. It just makes it invincible.
Yeah, apparently the power scaling in Samurai 8 is ridiculous.
Well, they like started out with like planet level people, and then like the god guy, like he pretty much like crafted like the galaxy and shit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna how
It
it's like.
started off so like regular, and then like they just started to show glimpses of how strong they could be, and it was just so like it just went so far so fast.
Well, once they showed that
It was
Otto
crazy.
dude, I was just like, yeah, they're gonna get pretty crazy as well. Yeah, once they showed that guy, I was like, yeah, it's gonna get crazy power levels. I'm still
Is it at
surprised
least double,
huh?
Is it at least done well?
It's fine so
I
far. It
think
gets a lot of hate. I think it's just because it's kind of popular right now to make fun of it. But one of the issues is Kishimoto took like the what you would get in chapter one and extended it to like 15 chapters. The whole
it
beginning
was
just
like a
feels really
15
slow.
page full first
Yeah.
chapter. It was so long.
Look, because like the first chapter for everything, you meet the main character, you find out their powers, you find out their what drives them and stuff. What kickstarts the plot. You don't get that until like chapter 15 of Samurai 8. It has a really slow start. I think that
It was
it's
all
only not
lore,
getting.
basically like that first chapter. Was
Yeah,
lore.
it's a lot of. It had a lot of like setup stuff, which is fine. I think people just like to hate on it. But I do think it only like because it's gotten like low ranked. It doesn't sell well. But I think it's because Kishimoto, like Boruto and Naruto, both make up for it by a lot with their sales. He probably made some deal with
I
them.
still don't get how Boruto is like killing it.
I don't know. I don't think the manga is. I know the anime is like a super profiting anime. I know Japan likes it.
I mean,
It's like-
just live off that Naruto hype, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
all you gotta do. Basically.
I like what's Sarada, Sasuke's daughter. She seems cool. And then
Yeah, I like Sarada.
I thought about getting into anime because I liked Rock Lee's son. I liked Tagara's son. Choji's daughter
I
seemed funny.
tried.
It's that there's so much filler I can't. And then the manga is so damn slow. It's it's the same thing problem issue I have with Dragon Ball Super. It's like the manga is so damn slow I
God.
can't take it. It's been
Yeah.
like 5
Yeah.
chapters where they're just like fighting where Yamcha's fighting some random fodder guy. I'm just like, come on.
Super needs to be weekly again.
Both of them need to
Yeah.
be weekly. Like monthly
Yeah.
taking a weekly series and turning it monthly, it just doesn't feel the same. I think it's just
Not
because
at
nothing
all.
happens. Because like then you
Attack
have
on Titan
something.
does it well, though.
Yeah, cause,
Attack on
well, it's because like when you have like a monthly one, you get a lot more content going on than like Dragon Ball Super and Boruto. A lot of it just it feels like you're getting just like a lot of like you get some stuff like you'd get like one chapter's about, and then they somehow extend it into like 45 pages. That's one of the things
it's weird. Yeah, like it'll be like 50 pages, and it'll be like 40 pages of like fluff, and like
Yeah,
nothing happens.
that's
at
what I
all.
really like about 100 Years Quest. It's bi-weekly, but there's like you never really feel like you have just kind of filler chapters. It all feels like it's all going somewhere. You get a lot of content. That's the thing about Boruto and Dragon Ball Super. I just don't like it. It's like getting the amount of content for a weekly chapter, but it's over 50 pages. It's hard to keep going. The Moro
what I
dude
like
is
about
cool,
One
but what?
One Piece. One Piece.
One Piece is like 3 chapters a month, but I'm still technically weekly.
I mean, it is weekly, and then sometimes it'll take a break.
Look, I think not Kuba. I think Oda takes like 1 chapter or 1 week a month off every time.
Yeah,
Maybe
That's what it seems like. It seems like he literally takes a week off
Oh, that's
every single
fine.
month.
and that's fine.
I just
You know,
want
you
this.
gotta take-
I just want this Odin flashback to get
Yeah.
over with.
He's been doing it so long.
I don't know. I don't like Odin.
Nobody else would be allowed to
You don't like
to-
Odin?
No, man, I don't like him. I don't like his backstory. Like, I got all excited to see like Whitebeard and Roger and Kaido, and it's just all on Odin. I don't know. I don't really like him. And then it's
Because
like
this is not Rogers and Whitebeard's backstory.
I know. I wanted it to be. I just don't like Odin as a character, and all the stuff I got hyped for, I didn't see. So I'm just ready to get back to the normal one. I don't know.
I mean, we saw him fight Kaido. So many people were pissed about that.
Well, he I was laughing because you had like the bari fruit, the barrier fruit that could hold back Odin, but Kaido's skin could not. And they should just have They should just have Bartomello trap Kaido, and then bam, you win.
Just call it a day.
It's
Bro,
over.
What can legitimately break that berry?
That kind of seems OP though, because then it's like, well, then can he trap like a Kanu or something? If it's got like apparently just nothing in One Piece can break it.
I mean, it has a limit of like how far it can reach, but it seems it's like it's on break. That's what it's.
I don't know, man.
But he can't attack anyone while doing it, just because
He doesn't have to. He'll just they'll just run out of oxygen, choke him to death. He's got it. He just has to keep them fingers crossed. Bartomel is gonna be the new pirate king.
Barrier around his
Well, you
hand
gotta
and
tell
punch him
Bartomeu-
like he did the one dude.
Well, no, if you want to go best fruit in One Piece, and it's why he's never coming back, it's Foxy. He's got the best fruit. OP as
That's
Yeah, I
hell.
keep trying to tell Josuke that Foxy.
Dude,
Like,
imagine
the
Foxy
Toriko?
could just freeze somebody and push him into the ocean.
Law, that's the best fruit, bro.
Who does?
Law,
No, Foxy will freeze him, push him into the ocean.
Law will create Law creates an entire dimension before any of that happens.
That's what he thinks. He's gonna take Foxy not seriously, and Foxy's gonna get the surprise of him because he looks so goddamn goofy.
He does look very stupid, not gonna lie.
I don't. I love this idea that Oda is just like, this guy's too OP. I can't have him back in my series. Send him off. He can go run like Kingdom or whatever he did. It's like what's the guy's name who eats people? Wapole or whatever.
Wapple.
Him too. Now what if he eats
The munch fruit.
No, what if he eats other people that have devil fruits? That's a good one. What if he eats
Interesting.
what if he ate something that was like really OP? I'm trying to think of something like were the Dynastones, whatever from Film Z. Eats one of those, becomes like a living nuclear warhead. Bam.
So, walking casual island buster.
He's got the true potential. Maybe he'll outfox Foxy. I believe in him.
Until he goes to blow up, and then Foxy just slows it down and pushes him into the ocean.
And then he'll eat like I can just imagine he carries stuff with him and he eats it real quick. He's got like a diamond. Maybe he can eat sea stone. If he ate sea stone, would it just like choke on it that he dies? Cancels out his
He
power.
die? Like,
Yeah, that's a good question. Can he
Just get
even
weaker
eat
forever?
Sea stone? Like, sea stone's like unbreakable.
I'm thinking because sea stone, does it just take a piece and then it cancels out your power? I thought it needs like a certain amount. I'm trying to think, or is it like kryptonite?
I didn't think that they really needed much to really like make you weaker.
We need to get Usopp with sea stone nails, snipe people.
Yeah, I want him to get like some type of sea stone equipment in Wano.
I'll be
Or at
really
least learn how to, like,
disappointed if Oda doesn't have something like that because it was emphasized that they made all the sea stone stuff, right?
They're like the best craftsmen with the
Yeah.
sea stone stuff.
One thing
Yeah.
that legitimately makes me very unhappy is the fact that Chopper isn't relevant with his rumble balls. You know, imagine if Kaido knew about that and then you get rumble balls for all the Zoans.
Oh my gosh.
He could have what is it, Monster Point Kaido.
Bro, Kaido does not need monster points.
He does because they're gonna just be like, listen, we know your weakness. We found this dude Bartomello. We're coming for you.
And there's another thing, like the person who used the fruit could be way stronger than Bartolomeo.
Maybe. We'll see. Have to
That's
see
true,
whenever he
actually.
confronts. He's gonna show up. Like we called for backup, and it's just him and Foxy and Woolpole, and they're the true monster trio. They're stepping up.
They're all dead. Because Bartolomeo has a fruit.
Which one? Oh no, not the old guy. I'm talking about Foxy and that Woolpole guy. They're gonna be the
Oh.
true monster trio. They're stepping up. The true monster trio. You just wait and see. It's gonna be amazing. He's gonna become the true monster in One Piece. I believe in him. It's gonna be fantastic. Man, are any of you guys caught up with Seven Deadly Sins?
I do not like.
I actually just caught up yesterday.
I personally. do not
I
like
just
what's
caught up.
going on.
What'd you say?
I don't either. I don't like where it's going either.
I feel like the manga was so cool with the theme and everything.
I don't know. I really like the chaos stuff. It's all foreshadowed and set up. That's why I'm actually very happy about it. Because the Demon King was kind of lame. The Supreme Goddess was never coming back. I was really unhappy about King beating Maelstrom Rosa. His design was great. His powers were great. He was such a cool character. But the chaos, I think, is really neat. Huh?
I mean, I feel like.
My hatred for King.
Yeah, sure. I just don't like what they're doing with Merlin.
Oh, Merlin? Merlin's weird. I like the chaos, though. I think it's really cool, because I didn't know this until one of my friends pointed out, is that Cath Palug is a creature from Arthurian lore that kills King Arthur.
Interesting. That would make sense.
I didn't know that at all.
That would
So,
make sense.
Nakaba's been planning this for a while.
But if this little cat is the main villain, like, I'm done.
Well, I mean, he's not like he's not just like some house cat. He's like
It was super scary.
he's like evolving, and then if he's got the chaos power, he
Oh,
can
like
make his own crew. He can just create them.
Bro, if a cat ends up the villain after we're done with the demon,
Well, he's not a cat. He's like
right now.
he's directly from chaos. He's like this chaotic being. He wasn't
but
just
it's
like a little.
We go from the Demon King.
Yeah, but we know the chaos though is way stronger than the
We know
Demon
that
King.
chaos, when Arthur uses it, it's stronger. But this is just a one being.
But
of
he
chaos.
got
I don't think
no. He got his arm. He got his whole arm. So he's got a fraction of. He's got a fair sized chunk of it.
I don't think that makes him stronger than Demon.
I'm no. It seemed like the chaos just in a small
Because
amount was already stronger.
Merlin seems like she's confident she's able to take.
I mean, she's confident because she's got like hacks and she's got just a big arsenal. I think outside of that,
not beating the Demon King.
I think
So-
she
The
can.
Demon King could just reverse whatever she would do, and with his stupid power.
I don't know. Merlin's kind of super bullshit, and she just makes powers up.
Yeah,
But chaos, though, I don't
no,
think she's
I
gonna
wasn't
beat
a
him.
That's a good
Merlin
way to
hater. I
I
wasn't
don't-
a Merlin hater. Just her
Oh, no,
backstory just.
I'm a
threw me
Merlin
off. I was
hater.
like-
I hate Merlin. Despise her. No.
Like the entire Meliodas thing, and then
I mean, yeah, that was
Aspen
dumb.
Merlin
died.
bodies not.
Well, the whole
That's why
I
you
can't.
don't like Merlin.
I'm salty. They even because Meliodas had the Demon King power, but he just didn't use it, and because of that, you have now dead Escanor.
the best character in the series. Oh my goodness,
Biggest
Aspen
Chad.
I wondered why he didn't use why he didn't use any of his Demon King power in that fight the entire time.
I don't know.
Maybe it's because if he used it at the same time the Demon King, they would destroy their entire dimension.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't
maybe
know.
that
He
makes
was
sense.
well.
They
They're
already
both.
were like
They're hyped up at being able to destroy Britannia, but he was gonna. The attack that they used to beat him anyway already, was hyped at that level. That's all they needed to do to defeat him. Because once they pulled that out, that killed his ass.
Their existence, like two Demon Kings in one realm, is like
They would have been fine. I mean, because they used an attack that was more powerful than the Demon King, so that energy was still there.
I mean, I think it's a little,
I don't
it's just
know.
a little different.
I don't know.
But
I
yeah,
think they
Merlin-
would have been fine. I think they would have lived.
I don't even know. They have to like. I'm not a big fan of reviving a character, but if one character had to be revived, it needs to be like.
I don't know. I mean, maybe we'll get Chaos Monster Escanor,
Bro, I'm okay with that. Just have Escanor
Chaotic
back.
Sun. We could
happy
get maybe
when they brought back Art.
Cass can make a Chaos version of Escanor. He just creates stuff
Escanor as a villain would like be so hype.
constantly in his full sun
But I
form.
don't want Escanor to be a villain because I like Escanor. I like him as a good guy.
It'd be
Yeah,
cool
but-
though to see him as a bad guy.
And all his prideful quotes against the sin, like I'm all for that.
Well, that'd be a really nice way to just kind of like fuck with him too. It's just have like an evil version of Escanor. I don't know. One of the things I really like about this is now we're like, because you had like Meliodas hyped it being like Demon King level, but now we found something that's way beyond that. So he's not at a point now where it's just he's unlocking his true power. Now he's at a wall he's got to overcome.
Yeah, all
I
the
was gonna actually have to get stronger. Like
And he doesn't.
I
He's
mean,
not
how-
gonna.
How much stronger can they get? They like all unlock their full form.
They're gonna have to keep going. They're gonna have to keep trying.
All right, then we got to get the supreme deity to give him buff.
Oh, she's dead.
like Bond, like I feel like everybody else can get stronger except for like Bond. I don't know like what else.
Well,
he can
Bond's
possibly
fucked
do.
because he gave up his immortality. So now he's just some like dude who
Like-
punches really hard.
Yeah, like some dude that's just mad durable and just punches hard. That's about it.
Oh, it
I
makes
really
me
think it
sad
should've
because
ended once they saved Meliodas, like I think it should have been done right there.
I mean, yeah. The theory is that Arthur becomes a new main character. 'Cause I guess Nakaba like made hints that he wanted to do a continuation with him as the MC. But I don't know. I don't know when he would end it and if he would still be called Seven Deadly Sins or what his plan is. I'm interested. I'm interested in what he's doing. Huh?
He's so much stronger than everybody else. It's ridiculous. Like
Also, it did.
Is Arthur actually just confirmed stronger than?
Oh,
the
he's
rest of
way
them now?
stronger. Yeah.
Oh, he's way stronger. He can bend like the entire reality.
He's
easily.
got like he's got creation powers. He's got like reality warping. Well, so one thing that I noticed last chapter, because you see like when his sword was like changing and like the little dark parts went away and it was just the light sword.
Yeah.
I think it's
Whether or
gonna.
not Arthur's gonna be a villain.
Well, I think it's gonna. I don't think he can be a good guy or a bad guy. I think because he's chaos. I think his sword is gonna try and balance it and keep him in that chaotic state. Like I think if he tried to be pure evil, then it would eventually try and balance it back out. Same thing if it can't be pure good. He's gonna have to. It'll just like control him.
Basically, an anti-hero.
Yeah, I just didn't living in like instead creating like this that like literally just a chaos world, just being crazy. Hopefully.
I mean, and that's human nature too, so it makes sense. Like humans, not inherently good, not inherently evil.
Yeah, I really like the what's being built up with the chaos stuff. I think like the cool like Lovecraft nightmare looking monsters are really neat. I like the final power is chaos, good light and dark merged. I just think it's a really neat potential, and the fact he's been setting it up for a while. I think he's probably been having this more in his mind than the Demon King. The Demon King was kind of lame. I didn't really like him. He's kind of
As a villain, he was
He
great.
only got lame when he took over Zeldris's body. That's only when he got lame, right there.
he
was
got
so cool.
he
when
got
was
like
in
beat. Yeah,
Purgatory and
he just got beat up for 30 chapters. And
yeah,
then,
that's what made him lame. Like
man, they had the. I got so
My
hyped
thing
when the
is-
Endura showed up because yeah, that was one of the ones that was originally shown, and then it just gets off paneled. I was so bummed out. I loved the design; it was so fucking cool. Had this giant multi-headed bug monster.
My thing is that like this universe, there's such a huge gap now. Like the Demon King and the Ten Commandments, they were so much stronger than everybody else besides the Sin. But now it's Chaos and Arthur and like what's his name? Gil
Gil Thunder.
Thunder's
Yeah,
like not even a character anymore.
he hasn't been a character
I-
after the first arc.
hated how they invalidated him. Like,
They
he was
invalidated
really not a
everybody.
All the Holy Knights. Well, they had such a power creep, and then it's like nobody else got to go with them, and it was kind of. Because yeah, he was really cool. Hauser was really cool.
same training.
Hendrickson, because like if you like, what was it the big battle and they had all the demons going on? It's like every single demon there could have just been one shot by like King or Escanor or anybody there. They're super irrelevant. It's like, well, look at all these gray demons and stuff. It's like any of the main cast can just one shot them. Why does it matter? I know it was kind of
when
sad.
they went on the training for the tournament thingy, like what was the point of even taking Gil Thunder and Hauser if you're just gonna make them irrelevant later on in the story?
What was the point of Nanashi, the samurai guy? That dude has done nothing.
yeah.
He's done. He showed up. He was like this cool Japanese swordsman, and then he like hangs out with Arthur, and that's like nothing. Maybe he'll end up.
Like apparently, he's coming back to the story.
I hope so. I'd like to see him like part of Arthur's crew. You maybe get some Chaos Samurai or something. But
I mean, he had some type of relationship with Arthur, and
Yeah,
he
they
was
were
able
friends.
to handle himself against demons, so he was very, very.
if we get a Chaos Samurai, I'll be happy. I like the potential up and coming. I was bummed out by. I think it was after. I think it was somewhere around like when Meliodas came back and he just like trashed Monspiet and Derriere. I just kind of like started to my hopes and dreams for the series started to fall. It's like, do you remember when Gallon first showed up? I remember that chapter dropped and he's jumping like across the country and then just lands and starts fucking people up and then just leaves. And he's like,
Yeah,
he's like playing golf with boulders and attacking people. Dude is really cool.
Merlin tried to teleport him away. He like runs miles to avoid it and then runs back. Like,
Yeah, dude was awesome. Merlin though,
Bro,
I forgot that I was immune to their powers. Okay, thanks. I can't stand Merlin. I love
mean-
the Ten Commandments were awesome, and then they kind of got thrown away because after Meliodas got his powers back, they just kept getting trashed. Like because Gallon
mean,
got
from
beat
the
by
start.
Gallon got beat by Meliodas, and then he got beat by Bon, and then he got beat by Escanor, and then you had Escanor beat what is her name? Marcilla, I think was her name. They just kept getting trashed. Like almost all of them lost to either Meliodas or Escanor.
I mean, Escanor was like stronger than all of them.
Well,
And
yeah,
then
we
it's, like,
Escanor's made sense, and his was super. His is super
I don't know why they
situational.
kept fighting.
it's a
Escanor,
good thing they
like-
kept them out.
I
of
know you just had to like let's not fight during the day, and you're like, all right,
Yeah.
we're good.
Like, let's fight at a different time. Like, because everybody knew what his ability was, but they would still challenge him at like 10 o'clock in the morning anyway. Like,
It's 11:30. Let's go fight Escanor. Man, that when
Bro.
he squared up against Estarossa, that shit was so hype. Oh, that was
yeah.
great.
Even his first like, he has that. That must be one of the most badass introductions to a character ever.
Yeah, that was. Oh, yeah, Escanor was awesome. And then, I don't get the point of like. Do you remember when they were gonna fight like Zeldaris, Chandler, and Cusack, and they all squared up, but none of them actually. You had like Escanor and Chandler, but they didn't fight. And you're like, oh, a night guy and a day guy. I wonder what's gonna happen. They don't fight. Nothing.
that was actually like a weird thing though, because didn't during that huge like confrontation they like encapsulated the whole area in like darkness, and like Escanor got like mad weak immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bull.
Yeah, I thought that was really silly because his thing we already saw with like the vampires that it doesn't change it. It's like unless you somehow turned the planet like on the other side.
Yeah, that's what,
Because it's the position of the
that's
sun.
what I was thinking. I was like, that was so weird. Yeah,
I mean,
just because you made it darker doesn't change what time of day it is. Like,
we never even got an explanation because I could see like some form of like, oh, I'm doing something to the command or the grace. So okay, sure. I never gave an explanation. I probably should have, but like Chandler and Cusack at that point got trashed by Merlin, which was goofy, and then they became the original sinner, and then the original sinner got like trashed, and then it just I was so bummed out because he looked so cool.
I would say this, like the Seven Deadly Sins is like not the most well written story, but how they make their characters.
Well, the
Like,
first whole arc is really good. First arc is really good.
they
stuff
they
like Anderson becoming
they
a
had
great
a lot of,
demon.
Yeah, that was
power
sick.
the first art.
I think it
Yeah,
was just like it was just because like you had all like the 10 Commandments, and then every single main character got like some big boost, and then trashed them all of a sudden, and it wasn't like, oh, we did some teamwork thing, we did some setup. It was just like Meliodas got his powers back, and then Escanor just kept steamrolling them. Poor Escanor. I just like with Escanor, I was just like, couldn't you have guys figured out the first time of this guy, his power? Don't fight him during the day. Just keep away from him. Merlin's made no sense because she had like a power level, and then she's like, what was it, like 4,000 something, and then you have
Yeah, it was like the second or third,
Yeah.
like lowest. Or something,
she
or
had like
highest.
4,000 or something and then we never got an updated version. And then here's Chandler and Cusack, who are both like 180,000, and she's just like running a train on them after she couldn't keep up with Gallon. It's like, okay, sure, why not? Merlin's like my
Like, oh, yeah,
primary
magic.
like bane of the series. I think she'll work better as a villain if she becomes a villain with Arthur. I think she'll
She's
work.
not becoming a bit.
I think maybe.
That's the weird
I'm
thing,
putting
I
it on
don't
the
think she'll be a
maybe.
villain either.
I could see it as maybe. I'm saying if she does, I think she'll work better than a protagonist.
I don't know. Her entire reason why doesn't make sense. Like I was cool with Merlin until this entire backstory and chaos. The chaos stuff is cool, but Merlin's character just seems like
Well, she's just like she wants to know stuff, right? She wants to know what chaos is capable of. At least from what I understood from it. I mean,
it started off with her love for Meliodas.
yeah, that was.
and
I
then
thought that part was stupid. It's like
that pissed me off.
every
Like, why?
everybody is in love with Meliodas. It's like, okay.
Meliodas is cool, but like you don't need to fall in love with him right off the bat.
I don't like how the author. So the weird thing with Mel is I don't like it when the Kaiba like wants to flex him. I don't think he flexes Meliodas like very well with stuff like, because then it's just like, well, every girl's in love with him and all the guys think he's great. But then you have like His interactions with other characters like Bond and Elizabeth Zeldris are all really good. I think his interaction. I don't know what it's weird. I don't like how he has like that because it's just every girl loves Meliodas. Meliodas so super OP.
Like Meliodas is like the perfect person, and then he has issues, but he still looks perfect. Like,
That's what I'm excited about all the chaos stuff because now he's kind of out of his depth. So I think that super overpowered thing is gonna not be present for him anymore.
Depends on like how they power him up, I guess. Like in the future.
Yeah.
there's no
I hope
power
it
up
isn't
I could see that will make anybody
The only
be
way
able to handle.
the only way I could see it is if they somehow get like where they're at now, unlock Endura, and then manage to keep it sane. Because I thought the thing that would keep Meliodas OP, my whole theory is he could go Endura, but because he was immortal, that you'd be able to like come back from it and be like a time thing. Because that was also part of like, oh, maybe the Demon King is so strong because he's like an Endura with like sanity, but he's just a powerful demon guy. I don't know.
Bro, I just remembered like Hawk's mother is gone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now the question is because she never was real. So then where did Hawks
No,
come
I
from?
know.
No, I'm saying like I'm wondering where Hawks coming from now, because like he had his
Yeah, that's what I'm
brother.
saying, like, who's Hawk?
Yeah, because we already met his brother. We met his brother, and it's like, well, where's him? It's like this like 70 million-year-old pig, and it's like, well, then, what's the explanation for this other one, this big green pig?
Yo, Hawk is the real villain at the end of the story. I'm calling it right now.
The real villain are the friends we made along the way.
Nah, chill.
I'm telling you,
Nah.
those are the real villains. I mean, technically Merlin.
Bro, speaking, I made the assumption that Attack on Titan at the end of the entire story, it can be very much like Code Geass and how they ended.
Skills. Yup.
If Aaron,
Ha! Thanks for the lift. You're welcome.
I think it can be very similar.
How do you think this next chapter is gonna go? I think Mikasa's gonna kill Eren.
No,
I'm telling you,
no way.
she's gonna put him down.
I think Aaron plans to die in the first place. I don't think he ever planned to live this out.
Well, he can't live very long. He doesn't only have like 3 or 4 more years left anyway.
Yeah, like he plans to do what he gotta do, and then somehow die, and now the entire world is free from all this. Well, everybody's free for the most part from all the hatred and everything that he was trying to get rid of.
I just realized like I was on Twitter and I clicked like a scene from the Sonic movie, and the audio went into the stream, so somebody's listening to me just yell at Tails or something. You know, I'm gonna watch that movie.
I'm gonna watch it too. It looks. Well, I'm so glad that they fixed the design of the character.
Well, they fixed it, so I like that they listen to the fans, because you get a lot of these guys now where they don't actually care anything about the fan base. It just sucks.
Just make the movie.
Yeah, they should listen more and stop, especially Disney, stop ruining stuff.
But also, I like Jim Carrey said his Eggman is pretty much going to be like his Riddler, so I think he's going to be really fun. Looks really entertaining.
Yeah.
Is it out?
I
think it doesn't come out till next week.
don't know. I don't know if it's out yet.
The Sonic movie comes out on Valentine's Day.
Is it the perfect Valentine's date movie? Sonic the Hedgehog.
Why make it come out of it?
I don't know.
Hey,
I'm gonna go watch it. I'm gonna have to wait a day because I'm gonna feel really weird if I go to watch it on Valentine's Day.
Who's gonna be going to see Sonic on Valentine's?
I don't know. Maybe Furries will be very happy. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I think it's gonna be good. I think it'll be entertaining, especially with Eggman. I believe in him. And when we're getting a Black Clover movie.
We need one. Like, it would be hype just to see.
We need a backstory movie for real.
Backstory? How are we gonna get a backstory movie? I mean, I guess maybe
Get some Julius hype, Julius Yami, and
just do a Yami. Make a movie canon, but have it be about like Teen Yami.
Teen Yami, Teen William, and Julius.
Oh, that guy in my chat was saying he just saw the new Star Wars and he hated it. Yeah, Disney ruined Disney ruined Star Wars.
Y'all hype for the Bleach announcement? What's
Dude,
going on with that Bleach? I thought it was just like a manga, or some type of manga thing coming out.
Well, it's not. He hasn't said exactly what it is, but they're gonna have a Burn the Witch OVA and then a new unexplained title Bleach Face Again. So maybe a new Bleach manga, unknown. It's I think it's 20th year anniversary next month for Bleach.
They just need to animate the last arc. It's not that hard. Like
I don't know. I think I'd rather get a manga continuation. I've read some of the stuff that he does in the novels. Sounds really cool.
I mean, there's some of the last arc for the manga is not like the greatly written.
I
But
mean,
some of those fights animated would be so hype.
I think overall,
It's probably 'cause, like it got like kind of rushed towards the end.
Yeah.
Where it was like, oh yeah, because it was out of nowhere. It's like, yeah, Bleach is ended in like 7 chapters, and it was like, whoa,
I think
not enough
overall,
time.
I think overall the arc is good. I think it's some of the stuff at the end, like what was it? Nanao's Shikai was really
Yeah,
kind
that
of.
was weird.
What was annoying is because Kubo wrote the stuff for the anime arc with the remember the one where all the Zanpakuto like broke away and they were all like rebelling. He wrote all that
Yeah,
stuff,
I like
so
that.
he planned and there's an episode where Nanao hangs out with that little ninja chick, so he planned for that to happen. But I think some of the stuff that Kubo just kind of forgot at some points. But
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't able to flush it out perfectly, but still, like seeing the Kenpachi fights and
he
Kenshiro-
I guess he explained some of the stuff in the mangas. I guess like specifically in like the head families, they have like Zanpakuto that are passed down.
Yeah.
I guess he's done like a lot of he's done a lot of expansion in the novels, and I really want to hear about him.
Oh,
That's
I
why
mean,
I
I
think
want to
of
see how he
manga.
explains the entire Kenpachi and um, what's her name?
Oh, Yachiru.
That was so dumb.
That was
I
really
wanna
it was
see how
really
he-
weird.
It
Yeah.
makes no sense. I can't logically explain.
I
it.
feel like
I can't.
I don't know. I feel like there's some way he could work it out. I think that maybe in the novels. I don't know. I can say it's nothing that I know of, but I feel like he could. But I can't.
Yeah,
I
that
can't
was
give
just
anything.
such a weird thing to do to make her that. Like,
Yeah, I don't.
what?
Yeah, it was very surprising. I liked Kenpachi. I want to see more. Oh, this is a really cool Black Clover picture. I'm gonna like this. But it was. I'm interested. Some of the stuff from one of my friends who reads the novels has told me that all the stuff he's been doing is really really neat. Like you can meet like the head of the Kuchiki clan, and he's really OP. They got all this crazy stuff going on. I want to know. Gotta find out. And I guess like at one point, what's his name? What's the dude? Ichibe? I guess he's like a villain at one point, which is really weird. I want to find
Word
out.
guy.
How did?
I don't know. I don't have I don't have the details. I haven't read the novels. I guess he was trying to like force Ichigo to become the new Soul King or something. It's really
I mean, Ichigo is pretty powerful. Like,
Yeah, it's
ridiculously powerful.
I'm looking for it. I'm hoping for a continuation. I would rather have a manga adaptation of the novels than anime of the anime
Get
of the last
more
season.
of Kubo's great writing, where he makes like a 12-page chapter with like 8 pages of double spread fights.
I'll take
with
it.
No words.
Well, I'm hoping because because you have all these mangaka and all these older guys that had just like because like I've soon you've seen like the schedules for like a weekly mangaka is fucking hell. They get like an
Yeah,
hour,
it
they
looks
get
awful.
yeah they get like 5 hours of sleep a day and like an hour and a half break throughout the day. But I'm hoping that like with you've seen like Kishimoto and Toriyama and Mashima, you got all these guys who they still do the writing, but they have somebody else like do a lot of the artwork, and then they're training somebody up. Yeah, and then because Kubo said after a year after Bleach ended, he was depressed because he missed doing it, but his shoulder kept getting fucked up. So maybe he can do that because he can still draw. I think he just can't draw as much. And then just have somebody else do like a lot of the stuff. They teach him how to make a manga at the same time. It'd be really cool.
Maybe like or he could even do it how I guess Kishimoto does Samurai 8, because I know like
Yeah,
Kishimoto, I think he only does either the writing or the drawing, for he doesn't do both.
I think it's the same with Mashima and 100 Years Quest. I think he does line art and then he does aspects of it, but he doesn't do the majority of the artwork. So yeah, he did.
No, I
Because
think it would make sense if they did the writing because you got to write the story.
and plus that would give Kubo more time to get things sorted out. Because like a lot of like and Bleach, I think got messed up because he was getting rushed.
Yeah.
As the pace picked
Agreed.
up drastically. Because like even like parts where Bleach has like some weird holes and stuff. Yeah, they're nothing that like feel really out of place. It's something you like look back at and think about, and then you get, oh, well, this is kind of weird.
I was okay.
I wished it was
with
like,
the last arc.
yeah.
The Yachiro thing.
The thing that I didn't like was how they beat Juha.
Yuha.
Yeah, I really like the idea of them all
beaten like chapters.
Well, yeah, they pulled out. I argue with people because you have like Acnologia, like how he was defeated, but they exploited a weakness that had been in the series since the start. But then you had like Juha had like this weird, was it still silver, the arrow that just popped up out of nowhere that Oryu's dad is like, we got this. This is the thing, and then they just canceled out his powers and beat him, and I was like, it felt weird.
I was surprised Aizen Zanbakuto worked on you.
Yeah, too. That was a surprise. I really like the idea of because they had the whole thing that like with Ichigo and his swords, it's like that because the Zanpakuto even though they have their own souls, they're just like an extension of you, and that's like how when they had the final Getsuga Tensho as he merged with his sword, that should have been like you had all the main cast members and they all merged with their swords, and it was just all these transcended Soul Reapers fighting Yuha. That would have been so much cooler, and I think it would have been way more believable.
That was another thing too.
His Bankai, that would have been great.
We don't even know what his real Bankai does.
Yeah, we don't even know what it does. But when he used it against him, like he broke it like 3 times immediately in the fight, like.
Because he said it like the power was like a threat, but we never found out what it was at all.
That was so stupid. If any other mangaka ever,
I've never even heard. Like I can't even imagine. I can't think of anybody that's done anything. Like you hype up some power at the end.
It's so bad. Like it doesn't even make sense. Why would you reveal the main character's strongest ability and then nerf it?
Yeah, it
just
was
because.
Yeah, it was weird. I just think it was because I think he was getting rushed. I don't know. If it comes back, maybe we'll see it. I'm hoping so. I like Kubo. I think he's a pretty fun writer. Even parts that he aren't as like the most consistent with. I definitely enjoyed Bleach a lot, and even parts where it's chunky, I still really enjoy going through it. Plus, it had some of the best filler arcs in the anime. It has really good filler arcs.
The Zanbakuto arc was great.
Oh, I love that arc.
I really liked it.
It had a lot of great stuff.
The Fullbring arc was horrible.
That's canon. Though. That's a canon arc.
I know it's so trash. I don't know why.
The reason I can't hate on the Fullbring arc is it's a straight out of time skip arc. So like all those characters were never meant to be big. They kind of were meant to get they're there to get beat up. Except for Ginjo, he was pretty. I liked Ginjo. I thought he was an interesting bad guy.
I like Tsukiyama's powers.
Oh, his was interesting too. I thought that
played a huge role at the end of the arc out of nowhere. He just appeared and then restored.
Plus, Renji got to be a badass, which made me happy because I like Renji. He had to go against Jackie and then just like no different. I was like so happy. He's just getting beat up all the time because he's like one of the only guys who didn't get to 1v1 and Espada. Like he just like ate. There was like a group fight against oh my god, her name is so hard to pronounce. Slizel, whatever, Opero. It's super hard to pronounce name. And they didn't even beat him because oh my god, I'm having so much trouble with names right now. Kuretsuchi just showed up and defeated him. I'm just like, man, come on.
Oh yeah, they didn't get any shine against him.
At the end of the manga, though.
Oh yeah, against Master Masculine. That was great.
Renji becomes stronger than some captains. Like he's very.
Oh yeah, because Mask ran through multiple guys, but including like visored captains like Kaname, not Kaname, Kensei. He's like running through him.
He was so annoying.
He ran through.
I did not like him.
I know. Yeah, Rose. He ran through some like powerful guys. And here's Renji. I do like his old Bankai more than his real Bankai. I love Hihio.
Same with Renji.
Yeah, I love Hihio Zamimaru. That was probably my favorite Bankai design. It's just so cool looking. This massive snake stuff. And you know, it's like, oh, you break it apart, it just reforms. It can shoot like big energy beams and stuff. That shit was so cool. And it makes me sad that we didn't have like all these transcended like merge with your sword, just because it would have been so cool to see Renji. It's like this snake baboon man. If only. Maybe if Kubo continues it, I can only dream.
Maybe. I like how Rukia became a captain at the end. I kind of wish Renji became a captain too, because he's strong enough to be a captain. So I'm surprised he didn't become captain.
Yeah, I think it was more like a pride thing with Rukia that I could see, but Renji not being promoted was weird. Because it's not like Ikaku where he just didn't want to, because Ikaku just wanted to always be in Kenpachi's crew.
He could have been the captain.
Oh yeah, he could have been a captain way earlier.
But did Renji even want to be a captain?
I mean, who wants to stay a lieutenant though? Like,
well, I'm trying to think because like with,
true. I mean, it is less work. I feel like though.
Because they knew about his Bankai, they didn't know about Ikaku's Bankai. He kept it a secret.
Yeah, they knew about Renji's forever. Like he used it so early.
And now they like Renji has legitimate. You can legitimately say that Renji is stronger than some captains.
Oh yeah, it's broken.
So, having a lieutenant being stronger than captain is kind of weird.
Other captains have tenure. The only thing I can think of.
I mean, there's some other captains like what's that dude's name?
Which one?
That Komamura's lieutenant.
Oh.
Tetsu.
Oh yeah, he became a captain too. We never even saw him fight.
Yeah, he became.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, I was mad when I seen him in like a captain's robe because he always seemed kind of whack because his Zanpakuto didn't even look cool.
Yeah, it was just like a white sword with like a tooth on it. Who else was a captain? I know like what is her name? Is it Isame? Was she the one that was Unohana's vice captain? Her becoming.
Yeah.
I don't know how she like rose up because she's not even a good. She doesn't have a healing Zanpakuto. I figured it'd be Hanataro because his sword actually is like a good healing weapon.
Yeah, but she was the lieutenant, so it made sense for her to rise.
Man, put him up. He's a good healer though. I imagine his Bankai is probably broken. He has a.
I was surprised that Hanataro didn't at least become lieutenant. That was what I was surprised about.
Makes me sad. I always really liked him. I thought he was a cool character.
Like, bringing all this up, I would not mind a continuation at this point. At first, I wouldn't mind it.
Ichigo's son is OP as fuck.
Oh yeah, I don't understand how he's so strong.
That dude is OP as hell.
He's like, well, I don't know about the power levels, but I don't know. I think there's like that argument of like he could match Yuha's spirit energy. I don't know. I thought that was kind of a weird one, but speed-wise, for sure, he was like Captain Speed at like 5. There was a thing that really confused me because the Soul Reapers age so much slower, and then how is Rukia's daughter like? How is she that old already?
Yeah,
I was a little confused by that, but that's something I don't care enough to know to really question. Just let it happen. Her Zanpakuto is probably going to be broken too. You got Absolute Zero Mom and weird heat energy gorilla baboon dude, snake tail guy. It's probably got some like cool steam power.
That it wasn't Ichigo and Rukia.
I don't know. It was I was kind of fine with it because they always came off more as friends. They didn't really have much of a romantic relationship. But Orihime just straight wanted the D. We knew that for a long time.
You talking about Urahime and Ichigo?
Yeah, I talking about like Rukia and Ichigo not being a thing. And they never came off as romantic to me. I think it was just the one where you would assume.
Made so much more sense to me.
If Renji got, I was happy because I was like Renji didn't get cucked out and then loses his girl and has to, I don't know, go hook up with some random Rangiku or something.
Some random.
Rangiku not getting.
Gin?
Bro,
that is such a good character.
I was gonna say he's like the one guy I wish lived, so he could, him and Rangiku could hook up.
He's such a great character. Like,
well, nobody knows what he did. Nobody in the Soul Society knew who he did, so he's forever gonna be like known for his betrayal. Yeah, he's awesome. He's got one of the coolest Zanpakuto too. Shinzo and then Kami no Yari, those are so fucking sick. Yeah. And he kept lying to people what they did too, and it was like actually like a dust power. That shit was so neat.
Yeah, I love Gin. He's such a great character.
And he's like super creepy too. See, you ever see the joke on So I guess what's funny is they originally they planned to do a Naruto Bleach crossover, but what's interesting further in that is if you look at Sai's brother that died looks like Gin. So there's this long theory that he died and went into Bleach World, and that was going to be the connecting point.
That's funny.
That'd be amazing.
There's a crossover I saw with One Piece, Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, and Toriko? There was a Toriko one.
Toriko. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
And you had Zoro fighting with Zebra and Vegeta. Ridiculous.
All that made no sense. Dragon Ball Z would have.
I mean, it's yeah. Toriko gets pretty crazy.
I never seen Toriko.
Toriko is like the most manly manga there is. Maybe not ever. Maybe in Shonen.
JoJo's exist, bro.
JoJo cuts out as like being manly flex. It was like part 5, and then it becomes more of like Beashies and stuff.
I mean, that's where the anime ends. Part 5.
Well, it's still going, or they're gonna make another one. I doubt they're gonna leave off.
And they're definitely gonna
make. That's the last bit I know.
But like Toriko's ridiculous. Like the first chapter, he smokes cigar roots that's just like straight like tobacco like rocks, and then he like drinks bourbon by the bottle by cutting off the bottom and just drinking it all at once. It's just like a big flex series. It's awesome though. It has, in my opinion, I'd say it's the best world building though in Shonen Jump. It's crazy.
Oh, with One Piece existing?
Dude, you need to read Toriko. I think it has the best world building. It's fantastic.
Some guy said Baki wants a word with you. You may have a point.
I don't know if Baki's manlier than Toriko. Toriko's pretty
I just couldn't get over the premise of Toriko with them like eating food and the attack being like spoons and forks.
Well, it's like energy.
Like I'm all for.
It's not like physical spoon. It's like how they visualize energy. And
I know it isn't like actual spoons and forks, but I just couldn't.
It's because he saw it as like the fangs and claws of humans, or the knife and the fork. Then he's got
that's just like.
I know. I thought it was cool. He did a second series. It was only one shot. I wish I got serious what it was about, because he does weird ass series. Like, it's like food, and then he turns that food into something crazy. And the second one was about houses, and the main character. It was like a crazy like chaos world, and houses were like the biggest thing because you had to have a house to survive in all this. And the main character was like this crazy like that's not architect. Is it architect? Yeah, they built houses. And that was just like his thing. Is he just was like this insane architect that could like design like catastrophe leveling houses. It was pretty ridiculous. He's just a really wild author. I think he's fun. You gotta read Toriko though, man. Gotta read Toriko.
I'll put it on the list.
There's one of the characters is probably one of my favorites. It's the Monkey King, and one of the things he does to pass time is he'll cut off a mountain and then throw it around the planet. So every time it skips along the water, it chips part of it off. So by the time it circles around, it's like the size of just like a small rock, and it hits him in the head, and he just thinks that's the funniest shit. That's just Toriko's great, man. You gotta read
sounds
It's
interesting.
it's such a fun read, and it has like super chads like Jiro, who was just drunk for like 500 straight years. Just it's hilarious because like his grandson he never knew him sober. He just only ever really knew him as just this drunk old dude. It's awesome. You gotta read it. Anyway, we've been going for a while. I think I'm gonna end the stream. It's been like almost 3 hours. Hopefully I'm hoping to do it more often because like right now it's been like once like a month. Get the Black Clover crew together, talk about other stuff. Oh, we're gonna get Yami versus Dante soon. Some guys talking about it. That's gonna be a really weird one. That's gonna be a weird one because it's gonna be not just Yami. It's Yami post time skip, but he's against somebody that I don't think at all he's gonna beat because it's the leader of a guy that we just saw how powerful the first one is. And I'm
absolutely obliterated another captain. Using, like,
without even taking his hands out of his pockets.
Someone asked a question. Will this arc of Black Clover be the best New Age shonen arc?
I mean, I kind of think it's weird with arcs because like Black Clover was like everything up through the Elf Resurrection arc. It's like more like a saga because everything ties to that.
Yeah.
And then everything after that, I think the Spade War is gonna be like that where it's multiple smaller arcs. and then the last arc will be like the full story. I think it's gonna be great though, because Tabata definitely thinks ahead. One of the things that I think hurts a lot of big mangaka early, and I can it's not just any of these like normal shoujo. I can see parts in like Fairy Tail where Kiramashima didn't plan it out as long as it was to become it, just because it got so popular. Tabata, on the other hand, definitely planned out like way in advance, and it shows.
You can definitely tell he wanted Black Clover to run a long time.
Well, yeah, because he had Hungry Joker, and that got canceled. I think he prepped and was ready to be like, if this is successful, I'm getting shit set up beforehand. Because like you had other stuff like Toriyama, Oda, Mishima, like they didn't know their series was going to get as big as it did. They had absolutely no idea. Like, it wasn't like, I think Fairy Tail was supposed to be like 10 volumes. I think something similar for like One Piece and Dragon Ball, but they just blew up. And now look how big they are. But Tabata was prepped. He was ready. He went all in.
I mean, Oda did plan out a lot of the stuff he did.
I know he planned all the stuff. I don't think he planned to be nearly as long. I think he said, I think he said he originally planned for like 100 or something chapters, and then, we're near 1,000.
So much longer than everybody else. It's ridiculous.
Well, I think he said it was because of the warlords ended up making it way longer. I don't know how that works, but I remember him saying something like that in the comments.
Well, each of them had to have their own part.
He wanted to. Yeah, like he wanted to like expand on all of them before he moved on to like the next. Before he moved on to like be like Yonko.
Yeah,
so like, because it would be weird.
Speaking of that, Quan, I talked to Lewis about this earlier. Actually, do I call you Faith? I don't know what your go name is. Just RTL.
You can call me Faith. Most people call me Faith here.
As I talked to Faith about I think it was like last week or week before. What is your opinion on them cutting ties with Mihawk? I think it's a horrible idea. I think the Marines are a bunch of idiots for cutting ties with Mihawk.
It's one of those things like I think they're dumb for cutting their ties with Mihawk, but I understand them wanting to get rid of the
why didn't they
warlord system in general, which
I get like
be a part of.
I get like the warlord system, but why don't they just try and like say, hey, like we're just gonna make you a Marine? Because like with the other ones, like you had like Moria and stuff, like they were problematic. Can't remember any times where Mihawk was like an issue to work with. He seemed pretty compliant. He's super chill. I don't know. I think it's just a terrible idea.
Is that they're not technically Marines. They're still like.
I think they could work him and be like make him an official Marine.
Or just give him some type of sovereignty.
Because like the gap between all the other warlords and Mihawk is ridiculous, and they're just like, why would you want to get rid of him? And if they didn't send at least an admiral to go arrest him, they're just sending those guys to die.
And you see, Mihawk
pretty strong
is
too.
Like super happy that they did this.
Well, Hancock, hey, I got my hopes on Kobe. He's the underdog, but he's got a little hype around him. His is something that it's like the gap.
I'm a big Kobe fan too. Like I'm a huge fan of Kobe.
I think Kobe is definitely the underdog, but I could see like it through the time skip and stuff. Him being his position is that like kid Marine that started out when Luffy started out, as being kind of like understandable for him. Like if it's like he just became much more powerful. But who did they send to go after Mihawk? Because if it's not an admiral, they're getting fucked. The gap between like Kobe to Hancock is not even close to like what would it be of like any non-admiral or Kobe to Hancock, and then anybody to Mihawk that isn't an admiral. Because Mihawk is just that he's a cut above the rest when it comes to.
Doflamingo is. I don't think Mihawk should be that much stronger.
I don't know. I feel like he could run. I think he could run through Doflamingo. I think he would run through him. Mihawk.
You got to think about it though. It took a lot to beat Doflamingo. Like Luffy wasn't going to beat Doflamingo one on one.
Well, Luffy had more trouble against.
After the Gamma Knife though, like I really think if he didn't get that, he like Luffy would have lost.
I don't know. Luffy.
Two pirates
and then Luffy
way under Yonko level to beat Doflamingo.
And
Luffy had more trouble against
Katakuri
than he did against
twice.
Doflamingo.
Like he was able to run away.
Yeah,
he was able to just straight escape.
But with him, because like Luffy should be around commander level after we saw with Katakuri. I don't think he's like Mihawk. Mihawk is definitely around near that Yonko range. I think Mihawk is at least in that kind of like between like around admiral to Yonko. I think he's a cut above commander, and he should be one of the top guys in the world. He's
Yeah,
Mihawk.
like Kaido one-shotted Luffy. I think Mihawk would one-shot Luffy.
Yeah, I could see it. Mihawk is just he's too hyped. I think he's too big of a like a character. Because like
Yeah.
Doflamingo, like
A lot of
he
it
was
is
a
kinda hyped,
warlord. Like Doflamingo was a warlord and stuff, but Mihawk is world's strongest swordsman.
I don't think Doflamingo was stronger than Kuma, to be honest.
You think so?
I mean, Kuma.
I don't think.
I don't know, but then I don't really know how strong Kuma is or was though.
I don't know. We'll see.
All we really seen him do is just like move people out of the way.
A1 idiot says Katakuri is kind of mid. I don't know.
I don't think Doflamingo is stronger than Katakuri.
Yeah, I don't think that. The guy in my comments says that Katakuri is mid. What is your response?
Like, Katakuri was like one of my favorite antagonists.
I thought he was cool. I think he's a little overhyped, but I like him. I have the hopes that he'll defect and join Luffy's crew.
No way.
I
He's
want
gonna
it.
be the leader.
That would
of the
destroy
Big
the
Mom
power
Pirates after
balance.
Big Mom died.
Come on. Think about this. He could be the one to train Luffy into unlocking Awakening.
Nah, he's not. He's not leaving the Big Mom crew. He loves his siblings. He just doesn't like Big Mom.
He's grounded right now. He's looking to rebel. He's grounded. That's why he's not there.
She's not even at
Wano? I can't remember.
Well, the oldest brother was like trying to argue that he would be next up. I don't know. I can.
Sparrow.
I just like the idea of him joining Luffy's crew and then teaching him like Awakening. Personally, I wish Luffy got Awakening in his fight with him, because I don't know what Oda has it left. At least I know a lot of people want like Elbaf. I don't know about Elbaf. I know there's at least the Final War. There's Raftel, but he needs to unlock Awakening because he's gonna get it. Maybe he'll get that at some point soon. That's what I wish he had got it last arc, and then that's what he was training this arc. But I don't know, whatever.
I mean, they're training advanced hockey, so
yeah,
he has an
I get it.
Now he's getting advanced armament.
Yeah, I kind of wish instead of that he got Awakening. I just think Awakening would have been cooler. Just a personal opinion. Because then he could have been training it, and then I wish that it was like Katakuri not on the ship because he said he was going to stay behind, shows up, and he's the one that helps trade Luffy. I think that would have been cool because I like that they have this actual really good rivalry. Because Luffy doesn't. I know Luffy has like Eustace and stuff, but he doesn't have any characters that really feel like a rival. But I think Katakuri has that feeling.
Like, traditional in that sense.
I think Katakuri has like actually a pretty good like feeling as Luffy's rival. I think he has probably like Luffy's biggest fight in the series, especially like how much bigger they made in the anime and stuff.
Well, Luffy versus what's his name?
Lucci? Yeah, Rob Lucci. Well, that was a big one too. But he could have been
alive, and he's very strong now.
I know he's been so like gone back. But I think one of the things that would make it really cool is just like teaching him Awakening, and then you have this enemy that is now training him, and now maybe an ally. And then you would have kind of that kind of like relationship with kind of like Roger and Whitebeard had, where they're enemies but friends at the same time. I don't know. I think that would have been really cool.
That's Trafalgar D. Law and Luffy.
We'll see.
That's our relationship.
I don't know. I like Katakuri more than Law.
Luffy are never gonna get along.
Well, no, Eustace
that would
is
be like Roger and Shiki. Like
Roger
Eustace and Luffy will never.
Yeah, Eustace is kind of like an older style scummy pirate. I know. I like Katakuri more than Law. I've never been a big guy on Law. I know he's really popular though.
You don't like Law?
I don't know. I never really liked him. He just felt weird. I just never really liked his character. I don't think he's bad. I've just never been. One of the things I don't like is that his power is kind of inconsistent. Like powers just like everything. He just has so many different aspects to it. It feels weird for One Piece's style, where like you have one power and then certain aspects of it. But like his is just so like OP in
power
comparison.
Can do so much.
I know it feels
so
weird.
much.
Well,
it's
Law's
like
gonna die in this arc. I'm calling it.
I could see it. Oh, he would have to.
I like him as a character, and I enjoy his backstory, so I don't want him to die.
He's gonna. Well, they already had the immortal procedure thing hyped up. Is he gonna like turn Luffy immortal?
I feel like he's going to like do something to Kaido and weaken him severely, and it's gonna cost him his life.
I could see it.
As
long as he gets that Gamma Knife in him. The Gamma Knife should.
It's gonna have to be a team
hurt
effort
him.
to beat Kaido. For sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What
Luffy's not solo.
Oh, I'm just, as long as my one true prediction is that Luffy's next is Gear 4th Tiger Man, I'll be happy.
Gear 4th Tiger.
Think
Man.
about it, Tiger versus Dragon. Oda's really in that older style. He really likes the older Japanese stuff. Think about it. And I don't know if you've ever met Pro Zypher. He one time I mentioned that and he just like yelled at me for like 5 minutes about how dumb it'd be in his One Piece theory, and I want it to happen just so I could say, hey, look what I was right about. I told you this. I'm not even a One Piece fan, and I was right. Huh?
Oh snap!
I really want that to happen. Well, one, I just think it's cool. I think it'd be really cool, but also I have a slight grudge on that. Just every time I think about it, it's like I want it to happen just so I could, rub it in his face, and then after that, I don't need anything else to happen. I require it. I just think it'd be really cool because like I know Oda's like super like into Japanese stuff. I know like how much he wanted to do Wano and how much he really was excited to do all the older Japanese stuff. I could see it. I think he's done some cover art where it was a dragon versus a tiger, so it could be. Plus, his thing of all they're all dragon or they're all animals for all his things, like his technique moves. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I can see it.
And maybe his hockey tattoos will look like stripes. That'd be sick.
I can kind of see the pieces aligning for that.
Yeah. And then I'll just reference this. I'm like, hey guys, remember I told you I'm gonna go yell at this guy now. He's went on this tangent about like it's gonna be Moria's gonna show up and make Nightmare Luffy again. Why would he ever be shown in an arc if he wasn't gonna do that and all this stuff? And I was just like, man, I was just sharing a theory with
Moria
you.
got killed. Like
Moria is with Blackbeard. Why would Moria help Luffy?
I don't know. I think it'd be like a grudge against him, against Kaido or something.
Moria and steal his fruit.
I would like to see that.
I can see Blackbeard trying to steal Kaido's food, having the strongest paramecia.
How do you think Blackbeard can have multiple devil fruits? I know there's like the multiple soul theory that there's like multiple people in his body. Or maybe
they
not
said he had a
human.
weird body, and then we saw the One Piece, the flashback with Blackbeard.
Yeah.
And that he never sleeps. So something with his body is different.
I'm wondering because like I don't think have we ever seen somebody eat a second devil fruit? I know it's like they say that you'll die, but I don't think we've ever seen it, have we?
I don't think Blackbeard ate the fruit though. That's the thing. Like
well,
whatever
he's got a method. Yeah. I'm saying like because I know there's like the saying in One Piece. It's like you can't have two devil fruits because like the idea is that the two devils will fight and kill you or something.
Yeah.
But has that ever been shown? I don't think so. I'm saying like maybe people don't do it out of fear, and then he just is able to take it, or maybe it's because of his physiology, he can absorb it. I know he's from like apparently some special.
Fruit is huge because it's the dark fruit.
Yeah, specifically, and it has like an absorbing power. That's like its main thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm interested in stuff like that. I would like to see it. I don't know. I just don't like Odin. I know you like Odin. I'm not a fan of him.
Goodness.
I just circle back to him because I had to be like I don't like Odin, but there are things I do like. I'm not a huge fan of him. Some guy says he's got two stomachs. I would laugh if that was it. If it's like you have multiple stomachs and the reason is because he's fat.
My guy got two stomachs.
Yeah. Well, then what happens if you eat like what if you eat like a Zoan that has like an animal with multiple stomachs? Because like what is it like cows have 3 stomachs? Could you have 3 devil fruits on top of that?
I mean, you can have more. I mean, I don't know about.
I like that actually. Now that I think about it, I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because then it would just be like this. He's not fat. Yeah, it'd be like, well, it's not because he's not that big because he's fat. He just has 3 stomachs.
Who would want to be a cow? Like,
isn't there already a cow guy? Well, most of the Zoans are kind of like they don't seem very good. Because it's like you have Logia. Logia is like good by default. The Zoans are kind of weird, and then Paramecia is just the fucking wild card.
It's like a dice roll on what you get.
Exactly.
What is Hyuk? Some guy said, Hakim says, what is he saying? Everyone wants to put their opinion. I hope it never happens, but I kind of want to get off my mind. Think Black Clover will get fucked over later to animate. What do you think? Wait, what do you mean? I'm scared. Oh, I
want to get it off my mind. I think Black Clover will get fucked over later. What do you mean?
I think he says the manga will be rushed or canceled. Same with the anime. Why would that happen? I don't think so. Black Clover's been really the manga already does really well, but the anime has been like top 5 for Tokyo TV since it came out, so I think it's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they
Black
take
Clover-
more breaks though, so they can get kind of like under control. Because that's like one of the reasons that I guess that's the reason why the anime has like a lot of janky animation all the time. It's the schedule and not the budget, which makes sense as the weekly ass anime.
It's weird because I like the ongoing anime more than
Oh, yeah.
the newer seasonal things, like how stuff will run for like 24 or 30 episodes and then be gone for like 2
My
years.
Hero
and
Oh
then-
yeah. Because like with seasonal stuff, it's cool, and then you forget about it. It doesn't run. It doesn't feel the same as something that you see every week. It's like
It
cool. I
isn't-
get
it's
10
like, a lot of
episodes.
seasons aren't as hype. Like it's cool when you like first find something like, oh sweet, I have like 3 seasons of this to watch, and then like you watch like 60 episodes and you're like, well, I gotta wait like 4 years for the next
Yeah.
one.
That's why I can't wait until the end. I'm gonna watch the entire anime all over again.
Oh, for Attack
see
on
all
Titan.
those little hidden things in the background that
What about stuff that never gets stuff that gets set up but never continues? Was it Dolly or not Dolly Kill a Kill? Never getting another season. Just always gonna
I
be.
thought it had a good ending. I never.
Well,
watched...
they set up the ending set up to be kind of like the same as Gurren Lagann. Like, oh well, now the life fiber species is gonna come at some point, kind of like the anti-spiral, and they just never did anything with it. I thought that was weird. Because they were aliens. They're like from out like in the universe, and they killed like the primordial fiber, and they're like, oh, he's gonna come to Earth now.
It was such a weird premise.
It's a pretty weird one. I mean, Gurren Lagann's super weird too.
I love Gurren Lagann.
Oh, yeah,
Kamina,
Dude, I rewatched it recently. It was awesome. I had a lot of fun.
That dude has crazy charisma.
Oh yeah, he's so. I love the first bit when you have like a big robot attacking and he's flirting with Yoko and he's trying to mac on her.
Bro,
that was great.
I'm so upset they didn't get together, Yoko and
That was sad. Although Simon didn't get with his girl either. It just got depressing.
Oh yeah, that was depressing.
It's like,
too.
did you watch the
she died?
Did you watch the end of Samurai Jack? Oh my
No.
god, that just made me so angry. The whole last season is great until the last 10 minutes.
Yo,
So fucking frustrating.
If you're being a writer out there, sad endings are cool and all, but we all want a happy ending at the end.
I
of the
wanted
day.
I just wanted something. I didn't need to have like, oh well, you have something like you could have a sad like happy ending turn sad like the unfortunate Eureka 7 AO, but I don't know, that actually ruined it. Never mind. Fuck that. Did you ever watch that one? Fuck AO.
7? No, I never seen that.
It's
I know Eureka.
Eureka 7. It's the the original series is great, and then they have a sequel one that's not good. It's not enjoyable at all. It's pretty ass.
I remember it like when it came on Toonami.
Oh,
like,
man,
some guy on like some like surfboard,
It's awesome.
hoverboard thing, and some chick with like green hair.
Yeah, I thought. I don't know what I thought. I feel. I don't know. I personally don't remember what I thought when I saw that.
Guy's saying that he thinks that Black Clover is gonna get cut off because that's where all the good ones get cut off. Like Bleach and Hunter x Hunter. Oh, Hunter x Hunter got ended because like they were like where Togashi had caught up to, and it's like, well, unless they got approval from, they couldn't continue. And then
There's no point in continuing the Hunter x Hunter anime. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. There's really no point.
they could have kept
But
going.
not
They got
like, you're gonna get like maybe like 20 episodes if you really stretch it out.
Well, they
Then
would've-
You're gonna be caught up.
They
so
would have
long.
had to. They
Like-
would have had to got permission. I think they would have had to got permission from Togashi to like if they want to do like anime only stuff. Which personally, I wish Togashi just did that, where he just wrote out the scripts and then let them do it, and then have
We need
that
to
going
at
on.
least- We need to at least see Hisoka versus Crollo, like at the very least.
Well, they're never gonna step foot on the Dark Continent. It's been like 2 years since the last chapter.
Yeah, I stopped reading that manga. Like, this is going nowhere.
Yeah,
not
it's.
gonna happen.
I got in a huge argument with somebody because it was like someone talking about like Berserk and Hunter x Hunter, and I was like, well, when Berserk comes back, you get like some amazingly drawn out chapter, and you get a lot of content, and then Hunter x Hunter is like text on like
All
white backgrounds. I'm just like, I can't.
Oh, word. Just no.
I wish. Yeah, I don't know. I was never a huge Hunter x Hunter guy. I really liked Miriam, and I liked the spiders, but I don't know. I never got huge into Gon. He was never my
Killua?
MC. I do like Killua. But I don't know. I really liked Miriam and the spiders. I kind of wish the Phantom Troop was the main cast, just as this like super charismatic criminal group. And then you have like Crollo is secretly. I mean, Crollo was pretty much like a villain Robin Hood, which is pretty neat. He's like doing all these jobs and then using, you know, all this like assassination and crazy like crime money to fund Meteor City and doing all this cool shit.
Wait, you called Crollo Robin Hood? He stole the eyes of
Oh, I mean, like in the idea that he's doing crime for good things, because he uses all the money to he funds a lot of stuff in Meteor City, right?
I don't think Kurapika would agree with you.
Well, I'm saying like for his specific, because he that city, was it Meteor City where he hangs out of, or they're like based out of? He funds a lot of stuff going on there because of the because of all his, you know, all his crimes. He does all this bad stuff for a good reason, but obviously it doesn't outweigh, you know, killing all of Kurapika's people.
Yeah.
I do like that. I think they're a very interesting crew. Plus, I do like Fenton. I think he's really cool. He's secretly Levi after he gets well again. He's just gonna go do that job.
Sunpacker. Levi's gonna get the power of the sun. That's how he's gonna be.
I wish I had this long running joke with my friend. He was gonna come back as a cyborg, and they were gonna like alter his body with like 3D maneuvering gear, and he was just gonna become like this mad machine man. I'm not gonna get it, but I wish that would have been great.
Did you guys read the recent chapter Attack on Titan?
Yeah, it was a bit of a slow one. It was build up, which I get, but I don't know. I didn't really like the last one, not just because it was a little bit slow, but like I said, it was build up. So I was happy to see Levi again.
I'm about to bounce.
Yeah, I meant to like cross out like a half hour ago, but we just kept going on tangents.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk more. We'll talk more later. Okay, we'll do. Finish up because I know you wanted to talk about something about Attack on Titan.
All right, so last point. So, yeah, the last chapter was like build up. Well, my thing is like I feel like they're finally done with everybody else's side story. Oh,
Fates came back as soon as he left. What's up? Just came back silent. Are you okay? Blink twice if you're in danger.
He's not blinking.
Uh-oh. This is upsetting. What were you saying?
But I think the next chapter. Oh, he left.
Showed up. Oh, he came back. Oh, what's up? Oh, we're just finishing up. Been streaming for like 3 hours.
Phone call.
Oh man. Oh, best of luck to you,
that
man.
sounds fun.
Nah, she's a good personality, so it's fine for me.
Oh, good.
Oh, I thought you meant like that other type of law. Okay.
Oh no, it's fine.
Oh, good.
Conversation, so it's fine.
Good. Yeah, we're just finishing up. We stream for like 3+ hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're gonna try and do these. We're gonna try and do these streams. Like, I'm hoping every other week or so. Maybe like 2 or 3 times a month.
I thought y'all would be done.
Oh, I meant to wrap it up like a half hour ago, but we just kept talking.
Yeah.
He's just finishing something up on
Yeah, it happened.
He's gonna finish something.
Speaking of like, I got
Titan.
to do a video in at midnight Eastern
Yeah?
time to do the best waifu tournament bracket. And we got
swear to God
7 people there, and I'm gonna try to keep 7 people from going over an hour. That's gonna be fun.
Oh, good luck. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
that's not gonna happen. We talked and we were gonna do like I don't know how long you planned to do like our stream, but it was like 2.5 hours.
Oh, our fairy tale thing?
I had a lot to say.
It was 3 hours.
Now,
I had to break it up.
now think about 7 guys going over why their waifu is better than everybody else's. You're gonna be there for like 4 days.
God.
You're gonna be there for like 4 days.
That could probably go for 2 hours at least.
I think it's gonna be
honestly like it was 5 people. Then some of them other people told their friends, "You're like, yo, I want to be part of that bracket." I was like, I don't want to say no. So
I don't know, man. You might need to wait until post Vanica showings. I think she's gonna pop up in a lot of people's lists in a couple chapters, man.
She a new wife on the street.
She's on my radar right now after that tongue work.
We kept it 1 per series and had Marileona represent Black.
Ooh, who else is in there? Who else is in this tournament?
Urza from Fairy Tail.
This 2 bays already.
Yoruichi from Bleach.
This is 3 already. This is hard list actually.
Actually, let me look at the entire thing. So I can
Yeah,
tell
let me
you.
see. These are already 3 women that I would for sure waifu. I love all 3 of them.
Shinobu from Demon Slayer.
She's not as up there with these other 3.
Fair enough. Robin from One Piece.
It's still not up there. Well, Robin can jack off a whole legion of people.
Yeah, Maki from Fire Force. Raftalia from
Ooh,
Shield Hero.
that's a dedication. That's a 4th one.
Right. Akatsuki from Log Horizon. Android 18 from Dragon Ball Z. Revi from Black Lagoon.
Those 4. Huh?
Rem from, was it ReZero? Rem.
Yeah.
Mikasa from Attack on Titan. Hawkeye from FMA Brotherhood. Albedo from Overlord. C2.
Oh, I would not pick Albedo. That bitch is crazy.
All right, guys, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, see you, man.
Alright.
Those four for sure. Like Urza, Yoruichi, Marileona, and Raftal. Those are like the strongest 4 of that by far. Goddamn.
I'm gonna push that Yoruichi agenda.
Dude, yeah, I mean, I can't not like Yoruichi. I like those. Those are like Raftalia's is like her dedication, but like Yoruichi, Urza, and Marileona, man. You have dark-skinned lightning cat goddess. You have super badass swords chick, and then you have psychotic fire brawling lion lady. Those. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, we'll talk more. We'll talk more about what's going on in Attack on Titan in the next one. I think the next couple chapters will be pretty hype.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think they're gonna be pretty wild. But anyway, yeah. See you guys. See you later. I'm gonna head on out of here.
Yep. Peace out, boys.
See you. All right, let me closing thoughts on the stream. Just gonna appreciate everyone for showing up. Appreciate everyone for coming in the chat. I apologize if it's not the same as like the normal streams where it's like full interacting with the chat. I try and get some of the comments, read some of the comments, but I know as other people are talking and we're having a discussion, it's easy to miss stuff that's going on. Next week I'll have one of my normal streams. I'm thinking of maybe doing like 2 of the group streams a month, and then the rest of these, you guys and me, and then we'll hopefully swap it out to keep things a little fresh. But other than that, thanks everyone for showing up. Got some videos planned. We got some stuff scheming, and we got some crazy stuff for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Shonen Jump Day, so we're gonna be getting on that. Shortly after, we'll get Eden Zero, It's Definitely Sins. It's another fairy tale chapter on Tuesday. We got a fairy tale week, so really hyped about that. Other than that, hope you guys have a good time and a good weekend. Thanks, guys.